Woo! What's up, everybody?
Woo!
It's the return of the Officer Faulkner show. Woo! We about to hit a very, very sensitive topic that happened the past few days. I got my good friend, my brother, and also my brother in blue, Josh Moxley, and we're going to talk about the journals of a black man's or a black officer's frustration. What we're going to start with is this. We're going to start with the story that Josh and I spoke about offline.
Yeah.
And it happens in an all American town called Baltimore, where you literally had a guy go on, what was it, Facebook Messenger or Instagram?
No, it was Facebook Live.
Facebook Live.
Yeah.
Goes on Facebook Live to basically confess to murdering his girlfriend who was pregnant.
Well, no, it was the wife actually. He murdered the wife first,
Oh, he
and
murdered
then he
the
was
ex
at
wife.
the yeah he murdered the ex-wife first, and then he murdered the girlfriend because the girlfriend said that she was gonna do the same thing to him that the wife did, in which that was to keep the kid from him because he was fighting to see his kid for 3 years, and
Jesus.
he would what I'm saying went through all of that. And mind you, this guy, he wasn't broke. Like it's not like he didn't have money for a lawyer. You know what I'm saying?
He was an
He
anesthesia
he was
nurse.
like a top level. He was a top level nurse at one of the hospitals around here, and he was making around $230,000. And
Yeah.
long story short, he got fired because I guess he told on somebody, like a doctor that was like stealing supplies or something like that. And Charles would know what I mean. Where when I say they pulled an old DPD on him and made up
Mm-hmm.
some shit and fired him. And he had to like he had to like go back, like go to New York and work at a New York hospital, whatever, and only receive regular nurse pay because the job was fucking with him. And on top of that, the first wife, she made him some bullshit domestic lie on him too. But it's just funny to me how everybody's calling this man a coward and shit, but nobody's thinking like, yo, this nigga might have really had gone through some shit. That's why we having this episode today, because there needs to be an awareness of where's the protection for men. Like
There isn't.
the
There
second
isn't any.
baby mother, she held it over his head of like, oh yeah, well you thought what your ex-wife did was bad. I'm doing the same thing she did, and this is what made this man go off.
I'm going to read this article from Crime and Justice, Zoe Richards, breaking news reporter, from December 13th, 2021 at 18:07 Eastern Time, or 6:07 Eastern PM. Baltimore nurse anesthetist Raji Black allegedly killed his girlfriend, then ranted on social media about a large brawl over the custody of his kids with his ex-wife before killing his ex-wife, then turning the gun on himself, authorities said. Baltimore police said they found the ex-girlfriend, 41-year-old Tara LeBang, dead from gunshot wounds inside her home at 1:37 p.m. Authorities later made a second devastating discovery after Black allegedly drove 30 minutes to his ex-wife's apartment in Columbia, Maryland, where he gunned down 42-year-old Wendy Black before killing himself. We believe the suspect came to the area and sought out the female victim, shot and killed her, and then shot and killed himself, Howard County Police woman Sherry Lewin said at a news conference Saturday. In a Facebook Live video recorded after his girlfriend's murder, Black said he just did something crazy, according to the Baltimore Sun. Hmm. Oh yeah, that is definitely crazy.
Did you watch the video?
Oh yeah.
And like,
Black.
what was that? Was that the baby mother house, or was that the ex? Was
That was
that the
the
ex
ex.
wife when he ran up
The
on them?
baby mama
And
was already dead by the time he did the video.
listen, yo, it takes a man to be in a real dark place to commit some heinous shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And I can relate to him in a way, not because he killed both of these women, but I can relate in a way of what he's going through. Of he ain't seen his kids in 3 years. He was fighting for them, and it feels like you know what I'm saying. He wanted to give up, even though he did. Because for me, I'm going through the same fucking shit right now, and guess what? Guess where I'm at? Maryland. Let me tell you something. These Maryland courts, yo, they don't give a flying fuck about what you're going through mentally. They don't give a fuck what you feel. They don't care if you're mad, sad, or indifferent. Let me tell you something. If you get mad in them courts, their dicks get hard. You know what I'm saying? They'll
Pretty
make up some
much.
charge and throw your ass in contempt quick. We're not allowed to be mad. We're not allowed to be sad. Because and at the end of the day, the courts don't care because they're at work.
Oh
Even
yeah.
though this is a traumatic event for you, for these niggas, it's just Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? And that's the shit that makes me mad. And I'm glad that people are after. I'm glad that a lot of people are calling out the courts after this shit is happening, men and women alike.
And here's another part of the article. Black allegedly continues by saying he can't go to prison before blaming his ex-wife, who also worked as a registered nurse anesthesiast, for his depression. She's next, he allegedly said. Then I'm going to do myself too. As a woman opens the door, Raji Black turns the camera towards her and refers to her as his ex-wife before he allegedly says, "Today's the day." The roughly 90 seconds, the roughly 90-second video abruptly cuts off, but authorities say that Black shot his wife before killing himself. According to according to the spokeswoman, Baltimore police alerted Howard County authorities about Black's video roughly 15 minutes after local officers got a call about the murder-suicide at 2:08 p.m. By then, both the victim and the suspect were already deceased, she said.
And for the record, the
This,
first murder was Baltimore County because somebody had X.
oh yeah,
It was not Baltimore City.
nope, South the counties. Uh,
And
the
another
fi-
thing,
Go ahead.
people are sharing. People are like around Facebook and whatever. People are sharing this guy's quote unquote rap sheet. Like they went on Maryland Judiciary and act like they did because everybody wants to be a lawyer, so they did some dirt and see all these domestic complaints. And Charles, I'm gonna tell you like I told Shawnee because she sent me this shit. At the end of the day, yo, you can't sit here and be like, oh, these women were perfect because bitches lie. Look at
No.
my story, nigga. You know my story. You know Terrell's story. How many
Oh
times?
yeah,
How many times we've been lied on? Shit.
you've
Look
been
at the lie
lied
that
on.
happened recently.
You've been
You know
lied
what I'm
on a
saying,
lot, dude. You've been lied on so many goddamn times. It's not even funny.
bro? I've been called, according to my baby mother. Let's see. I'm an abuser. I'm a rapist. I'm a child abuser. I
I,
mean, like,
I, I'm really.
literally calls. She calls that. All she do is suck dick and call police. Like, I don't understand, yo. And these women are fucking evil, but yet the media wants to make it seem like, oh, women have it hard. What the fuck hard does? What makes it hard for them? Because they sit on the fucking toilet and pee? Like, I don't understand, yo.
Here's the crazy part. Because I see Rachel said he was an evil, sick monster. Then, if that's true, we're gonna go by your words and only your words, right? Then both of these ladies are Dr. Frankenstein. Why
Fuck
make
yeah.
a monster? Why? And let me
And
finish this article real quick, Josh.
okay.
The fatal shooting followed well documented custody filings dating back at least 3 years, beginning in July of 2018, in addition to a series of domestic cases against Black, according to The Sun. Two of those cases include one in April of 2020 and a peace order in March 2019 were dismissed by a judge. Can I say that again? Were what? What was it, Josh?
Dismissed by the judge, not guilty.
The two others were dropped not long after they were filed in July and September of 2018, The Sun reports. Do you know how many times men have been accused of domestic violence and they've been found acquitted? They've
Shit,
been found.
I got three complaints. I had about my baby mother lied to me about three times.
Here's a question. How the fuck does somebody contact your current girlfriend, and then try to get a peace order or a protective order against you and say they feel threatened?
Charles, let me tell you, and this is especially for the people that's out there listening. I've been through so much shit with my baby mother, right? It's literally traumatizing. It's the equivalent. I can equate it to a female that's been raped and that has to constantly see her fucking Terrell. I said Terrell. Charles, what's the word I'm looking for?
This is it's pure simple harassment.
Yeah, like you got to look at your perpetrator in the face like all the time. Like it's crazy, yo.
It's harassment. This is the reason why I said we are not condoning. We are not condoning the violence against these women. What we are telling you is that we understand the frustration that men go through with their children.
Yeah. And matter of fact, Charles, real quick, I remember where I was going with that. Yo, so one day, and Charles know, because I think I had him on the phone that day. I get a knock on my door, and long story short, like they was banging on my door. Next thing you know, come to find out, it was Baltimore County SWAT team with like AR-15s and shit in my face because the wonderful supervisors at BPD sent them there to do a quote unquote well-being check on me. And I'm like, um, I guess I'm like, well, how are you gonna do a well-being check when you got guns in my face?
Like literally.
And every
What
time I
the?
tell people that story, niggas look at me like I'm crazy, like I'm lying. I'm telling you,
And
shit.
also shout out to BGS for also sharing the video.
Oh yeah,
See, what we don't realize is that women got to keep themselves out of dangerous predicaments. Yes, men have to be more disciplined and control of our actions because if we go off the hook, we kill people. See, I've said this for many years now in the manosphere spaces. Men only communicate three ways: we talk it out, we fight, we talk it out, we yell it out, we fight it out.
exactly.
See, when you actually look at what happened, this guy was not a broke man. This guy wasn't a Pookie and Ray Ray. He was intelligent. Not only did he have a degree, he had certain certifications to be an anesthesiast as well.
He was a high value man.
He was very high
According to the
value.
money he made, he was a high value man.
Not the money, the network, the spaces he was in. He was high value. So that shows you that no matter how much you make, no matter how much education you obtain, you still get treated as one big nigga.
The moment you see the judge walk out and their skin is white and their hair is blonde, nigga, you fucking lost. Ask me how I know.
See, I'm going to say something directly to Angel. A lot of women make the monsters that come haunt them in the night. That's why I made a reference to Dr. Frankenstein. And when you get the real story, how the fuck was he a monster when there was nothing found that he did? How many times in 15 years of law enforcement, and how many years did you have,
Yeah,
Josh?
7.
7 years. How many times did we confront people and they wanted to make false accusations against the guy? He beat
That
me.
was about 90% of the domestic calls that I ever had.
Yeah, because the women who were actually being abused rarely get the fucking help they deserve. I'm going to say that again. The women who are actually getting abused rarely get the help they deserve. And and it's like what are you going to think when men are going to get tired? It's no different than when myself, BGS, and others talked about they're rolling back Roe v. Wade. Look at the fucking environment, look at the culture. And I like to quote the master teacher when he said, these bitches didn't do their job. They're not raising the kids properly. They're not having kids. They're not doing anything to fucking build this infrastructure. So we're taking your rights away.
Right. Hey, Joe,
What the
can you highlight Shattered Star Games?
Shatter Star.
No, not that one. The other one. The one before that.
Uh, Let me see. Bam.
That one. Yep.
You, you can read it.
He says, I was taken to jail because my baby mother broke into my grandma's house to take my daughter's presents so she could say she bought them. Attacked me, broke the windows, and when I stopped her, I went to jail. Yeah, I'm sorry you had to go through that, bro. For real.
I'm going to tell you. Now, when we look at this case, this guy was wrong in his reactions, but he wasn't wrong in his feelings. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to say this again to my detractors. He was wrong in his actions, but he was not wrong in his feelings. This is the type of shit that black men period, but especially black men, go through when all they want to do is spend time with their children, custody with their children.
Right.
How many times, how many times do we have to see tragic stories like this before the government will step in and say, hey, we need to do something about this? How many of these sisters and ladies out here are going to have to learn? Look, shout out to my boy Ali and his fiance, because she said some very profound shit. She said, in my 40 plus years of life, I learned one thing: always leave a man with his dignity and his respect.
Yeah.
Always leave a man with his dignity and respect. And I had to take my hand and shake her hand and give her a hug for that one. We are taught to minimize fatherhood, minimize the feelings, the emotions of what fathers go through. So much so that this guy felt that he had no justice, no peace, nobody representing to him. This is the reason why, and I'm going to tell you, Josh, the t-shirts, the sweatshirts, hell, even the shorts, if I could get a hold of them, they're going to be created. It's going to say this: my brother, my champion, my savior. Where was his brother? Where was his champion? Where was his savior? I'm going to tell you, I had friends of mine who said, literally, I'm going to hurt this chick. I'm going to hurt this chick.
All right, sorry about that, bro.
That's cool. Literally. I had friends of mine who said, you know what? I'm going to go to her house and I'm going to whoop her ass. I said, dude, let's take these cigars and cognac and let's talk about this shit.
I mean, that's how me and you became close, because when I went through that shit and found out that this bitch cheated when I took her ass to WrestleMania weekend,
You know, that's the
I ain't know what
equivalent.
to do.
That's the
Shit, I wanted to
goddamn
wring her fucking
equivalent.
neck, but
That's the
talking
equivalent of taking somebody to the Super Bowl.
yeah, but me talking to you about it, and you know what I'm saying, that pretty much literally changed my life and saved my life, because I was just ready to just fuck her up to the point where I just went to jail, because at that point in my life I never went through no type of traumatic shit like that. Like, and I'll just give a brief synopsis of what happened. So,
You got the floor.
long story short, my brother got her a job in Baltimore County, the Baltimore County Jail or whatever. So, long story short, she started fucking with the dudes that's in there, fucking her supervisor. And I kind of was on to it because she was getting home like mad late, and I'd be home all day with the baby. Meanwhile, I had to be to work at like 5. So then, we fly down to Florida, and as soon as we get off the plane, she started acting that weird, like she don't want to hold my hand, hug me, nothing that, like, you know what I'm saying, like typical girlfriend shit. So then, and mind you, this was like that Thursday, so like that Friday, we had got back from the the one of the wrestling conventions. I think it was like WrestleFest. So I can't remember the name, but oh, it was WrestleCon. It was actually WrestleCon. But when we got back, something told me to look at her phone because she was asleep. And when I looked at her phone, I seen all these text messages talking about I miss sucking your dick and all this other shit. And I'm just like, the fuck's going on? And I look at the name, it's Jerry. I'm like, who the fuck is this? So I like drove off to 7-Eleven, came back, went to go get myself ready to go to the Hall of Fame ceremony. And of course, I told her to stay there. I'm like, yo, I don't want you to be nowhere near me. Of course, she jumped her goofy ass, grabbed my keys, jumped her goofy ass in the car as I'm getting dressed. But long story short, I'm in the car playing music or whatever, and she calls like her gay friend and immediately starts talking shit about me, and then turn the music down like she rented, like she paid for the rental and paid for the fucking trip. Then because she had like those wireless gravy headphones and kept talking shit, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I reached in, grabbed them shits, tossed them bitches out the window because I'm not gonna be disrespected. You know what I'm saying? Or especially on a fucking trip that I paid for. So this bitch punches me in my face like 5 times, grabs the wheel. We veer over like 4 fucking lanes. So I punched in her fucking mouth as hard as I could. I don't feel bad because I did that. Are you serious? And anybody listening that's like, oh, you're your abuser, suck my dick, yo. Because all of this shit that I've been through because of this bitch, it was well worth it.
Yeah. And let's speed up a little bit. And I'm gonna ask you a little question since this is kind of like your interview, since we kind of segued.
Yeah.
Let me see the right question. When was the last time you saw your daughter?
It was March 13th, 2020. And
Mm.
I remember that because that's when the pandemic had just happened, and I took Kennedy, which is my daughter. I took Kennedy and Mariah, which is my current girl, to the mall. We went to White Marsh or whatever, and they went and got their nails done, and I took pictures of that. So a couple of days later, after I dropped Kennedy off, I get a call from my baby mother talking about why do I keep hearing this bitch named Mariah come out of my daughter's mouth? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Mind you, I'm at work. You know what I'm saying? A place of business. So I'm like, who you talking to? She's like, oh, I'm gonna fuck you up. Da-da-da. I'm like, yo, I know you ain't talking to me. You know, I said, need I remind you what happened in Florida? And she's like, I'm gonna fuck you up and fuck you and your girl up on site, and then she gonna hang up the phone. So I went and got a restraining order. But long story short, with the pandemic happening and the courts being closed and all that bullshit, they refused to serve the protective order. So, get fucked again in court. And, when you call the courts, when you're a black male who's a victim and you call the courts, they treat you like hot dog shit. So they treat you like you're a fucking criminal because bitches in Maryland don't believe that black men especially, can be victims. And it makes me sick to my fucking stomach, yo.
Mm. So when you were at the department, what type of allegations did she make against you?
Let's see. The first one was that I assaulted her and Kennedy at her crib, and I threw Kennedy on a bed, which just makes no fucking sense. The real story with that is she called me over to chill with her and Kennedy, and I went, she was in the shower, so I went and talked to her for a little bit, and then I went in her room because Kennedy was in there, so I was playing with her. This girl lays on the bed, and I don't know what the fuck I said to her, but I was, I wasn't being disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? We just talking regular. All of a sudden, she slapped me in my face as I'm playing with my daughter. So I'm like, fuck this, I'm leaving. So she follows me to the door, rips my sneak out of my hand, and starts beating me over the head with the shit. And I know niggas was like, ah ha ha ha. Listen, this shit does happen. The fuck? This bitch cannot keep her hands to her fucking self. And yes, I had to yoke her up again, but I ain't even hit her. That's the crazy part.
Mm.
I just like, you know what I'm saying, grabbed her shirt and I was like, yo, you crazy bitch? And she wanna be screaming and shit, all of a sudden she wanna pass out. So I went to pick her up and put her on the couch and shit. I'm like, yo, fuck you, I'm leaving. Then she gonna wake up talking about, get out, get out. Bro, if I would have had, long story short, had I recorded that, it would have went viral. Now listen, here's another story that another lie that my baby mother made. She lied on my older brother and said that my older brother
And to give
molested my
context,
daughter.
his older brother at the time was a lieutenant in the Baltimore Police Department.
Right. So she
The same
said,
brother who helped got her a job.
"Duh." And by the way, she was fired from the Baltimore County Police. I mean, I'm sorry, Baltimore County Correction Department for bringing in contraband for an inmate.
Well,
So
we'll get to the good part later.
right. So back to the other story. So my ex, she lied on my brother and said that he molested my daughter, and then she teamed up with my brother's ex-wife, who's an evil bitch, and they teamed up together and said that not only that my brother, they stated that not only my brother raped my daughter, they also said that my 12-year-old nephew raped my daughter as well. And it's not even fucking true. The lies were so bad. They said that my nephew held my daughter up to a fucking ceiling fan and cut her neck. Then they said one of my brother's snakes bit my daughter in the face and it was venomous. What? Why would a judge remotely believe that shit?
Okay, I'm
Even
gonna tell
the
this.
judge was like, I'm not gonna believe this story. It's
One,
bullshit.
if you gotta complain about somebody breathing into the mic, so the fuck what? We're giving fucking good information to protect brothers from being fucking accosted by baby mama terrorists and the corrupt legal system. Get over your fucking selves.
Yeah.
My mic, my mic is like damn near across the damn room. We have something called heating, and that's coming from the vents. Thank you. Continue, please, Josh.
Oh no, I was just saying like, and speaking of the system. So check this out, y'all. So one time, okay, so I have an ongoing contempt custody case with my baby mother, and she's ducking and dodging it. So long story short, she got me locked up when I filed this shit because the wonderful sheriffs at Baltimore County never served me. So I get to work one day, and mind you, I was injured on the job. Like I was in TRU, the telephone reporting unit, and I worked at headquarters. Who works at headquarters too? The commissioner. So get to work one day, and one of the neighborhood kiss asses told me to go see my sergeant. And as soon as I walked through the fucking door, I get violently grabbed up by Baltimore County Police. Talking about, yeah, we got him. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, Ashton Kutcher, come out. Am I on fucking punks? Why y'all niggas touching me? And I don't fucking know y'all. They talk about, oh yeah, you're under arrest for contempt of court. You missed your date. And I'm like, the fuck? I'm like, no. I said, when did you serve me? Then he gonna say some smart ass shit when I got to the jail and they put me in the cell talking about, well, you should pick better baby mamas. And I'm like, I'm like, first of all, cracker bitch, don't fucking speak on black issues, number one, motherfucker. And two, who the fuck are you to tell me who to put my dick in and who ain't? You know
But
what I'm saying?
at the
The
same time,
audacity of these motherfuckers, because like I said, at the end of the day, they're at work. You could
at
be
the
in the
same,
most traumatic event of your life, but these stupid motherfuckers in blue are at work and they find it hilarious. The cops came to my house when I lived in Westminster and took my nieces and nephews away because my brother's baby mother lied and said that my brother and my oldest nephew was raping my daughter. Lies, yo. And when I went off and I was like punching walls and shit, the two cracker ass cops that was there want to be laughing and shit. Yeah, they laugh at the black man. Stupid motherfuckers. It just pisses me off so bad that your anger, your anguish, your pain is another man's laughter. Ain't that a bitch?
you know what's funny?
And I'm
Th-
speaking so I'm sorry, Charles, but I'm speaking so passionately about it because I'm going through this shit every day. My nigga. Yo, I have anxiety. I go through fucking depression. I like this shit is taking a toll with me and my fucking girl. Like, I don't know what to do anymore, yo.
and you know what's real fucked up, right? Terrell actually went to court and won custody of all three of his kids from his ex-wife.
Mm-hmm.
And this bitch, see, this is the part where I wish Classic Ruby would come bring her ass over here. This is the stories you need to hear.
Yeah, and look,
Because he,
every time I go to court, they don't expedite shit. They don't take nothing with like urgency. But when she go file some child support bullshit, they give her quick fast service. What the
yeah,
fuck, yo?
and here's the crazy part. He got custody of the kid. She has to pay child support. You think she's paying it? When are they gonna threaten her with jail time?
Right. Oh yeah, and she should very well get jail time because check this out. So I haven't seen my daughter in almost 2 years, coming up in March, and so just recently, early this summer, back in May, she gonna run her little stank ass to the army and signs over the custody rights to her parents, which he legally wasn't supposed to do. But now she keeps fucking with me and keeps she literally found a way to hit up my, like, she did some dirt digging and some research to hit up my baby mother on, I mean, I say my baby mother, to hit up my current girlfriend on Facebook and talking about, oh well, let me ask you this. Why doesn't he want to see his daughter? Lying, capping, right? Capping. Because in the same breath, Mariah was like, well, when is he gonna see his daughter? Because he want to see her. She gonna say, he not seeing her. He's abusive. How the fuck you gonna be hypocritical and say some dumb shit like that to my girl? Like she was gonna run and tell me. Because once I cursed her out, she gonna text my girl. Once I cursed Satira out, she gonna run back to my girl and be like, I knew y'all still talk. I'm like, bitch, it's none of your fucking business what I do with my girlfriend and you talking to her. I was like, stop hitting on my girl or else. She gonna
So,
say, leave me alone, Joshua. You ain't the boss of me. I said,
so
yeah,
be,
but the judge will be when he bends you the fuck over with no Vaseline because you ran to the military and signed off the parental rights. You're fucking yourself.
so I want you to go in and how you actually bought a lawyer, and everybody's taking their sweet ass time assisting you with this process. Because literally, she lied and said she couldn't find you or
Hold
you
up,
were
hold up, hold up,
dead.
hold up. Stop the tape. Mel gonna say it's still my fault because I chose my nigga. When you as a man is different from when a woman chooses a man. Because at the end of the day, sir, you don't know that the bitch is gonna go crazy. So please stop with the red pill shit right now. This is real fucking life, and I don't want to hear none of that. Well, you chose it. Please, if you want to be an incel, go off and do that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna just say this, right?
I'm not gonna say go fuck pussy because I had intentions on marrying her at one point. She was good until she got that job. So don't fucking judge before all the whole story is out. Thank you and good night.
I'm gonna
Shit.
say this. A lot of brothers don't know what the fuck you walking into. So many chicks will say, "I'm not like the last girl,"
Exactly.
but you play with the same playbook.
Listen, bitches don't show red flags until babies come out. You know what I'm saying?
Because once the baby comes out, what else does she have with you?
Right. Then all of a sudden you start spending time with the baby and shit, then they get jealous. You know, it's
I'm gonna
always
tell
some
you.
shit. You gotta
I'm
deal
gonna
with the
tell you.
postpartum depression. Then oh my god, nobody cares about me. I don't no man is giving me attention. Even though you got enough attention from a man to give you a fucking baby.
I'm just gonna say this, right? Now, Mel said that's not what he meant, but he was
Okay,
mocking the guy. He said that's not what it meant. Like,
I got
let
you.
me go back to his thing when he said
If I read
he
it
said
wrong, I apologize, man.
he said, Josh, it sounds like the same shit Mister Lucario would say. It's still your fault because you choose.
Oh, I get what you're saying. I'm sorry, Mel. I'm sorry, Mel. I read that wrong.
I tell Mister Lucario, shut the fuck up.
That's my bad.
Because once he goes through some shit, see, I'm tired of these Anton, Mister Lucario motherfuckers coming over to these spaces trying to say it's our fault. It's our fault for being actual men. What's the point of being a fucking man if you're always gonna be accosted? If you're always gonna be lied upon? If this woman can fucking use subterfuge to make your life a living hell, that's the point. And Bay said, so when she got the job, she weighed her options. Here's the
Absolutely. She absolutely did because she like okay when she first got there, she started off fucking with the inmates, right? Then she moved up to actual correction officer that was on the same level as her. Then she graduated to supervisors, and it's funny because when she started fucking with that supervisor, like yo, she was on some off the wall shit, son. Like she was giving that nigga all my information, like where I lived at, what I drove, blah blah blah.
she was
She's like,
gonna
yeah,
use that
cause he got
guy
a
to
gun. I'm like,
she
of
was
course I
gonna
got a gun. I'm
use
a
that
fucking cop, bitch.
She was
Like, why
gonna
would you
use
try
that
to? Why
guy.
would you put me in harm's way like that? And this is why I don't trust motherfuckers. Because why would you put me in harm's way because the dick is good? Because if this nigga was a crazy psycho simp, I could have lost my fucking life. Because a nigga could have ran up on me. This is how disrespectful women have gotten, yo.
She tried to get this guy to play some proxy violence, and she thought that she was getting a better dude. And
Right,
here's the
and she gonna tell me, well,
but you
he
still.
said he was gonna leave his wife for me.
When do men leave their wives for other women?
Never, never in American history have I seen that
Hardly
shit.
ever. Hardly ever, if it ever happens. And I gotta laugh at it. Because, one, just because he's a sergeant in corrections doesn't mean he's a sergeant in the police department. This chick, this is the reason why I say women typically look at titles and men look at the money. Men don't give a fuck what you cause as long as you pay us correctly.
Yeah,
See, women look at titles, men look at value. You still earn more than this guy, but because Super Simp put her on a pedestal,
yeah. She gonna say
and
he listened to my problems. I say, yeah, he listened to your problems long enough for you to suck his dick, long
yeah,
enough for him to stick his dick in your fucking mouth.
and here's the crazy part. Not to, I don't ever, and it's funny because I can actually speak on this personally because I've actually talked to the dingbat. I met the dingbat before,
Oh,
and
you talking
when
about that time we was in Barloo and she called me a bitch?
yeah, and I was like,
Yeah.
it's about to be a domestic, and even the time when we were on the phone with her, that Looney Tune.
Yep.
And she hung up on me when I said, "Hey, Josh just wants to see his daughter, spend time with his daughter. You're doing some foul stuff now." And she hung up on me. So that's when I called her and I said, "Look, Josh is still going to respect you because you're his daughter's mother. Me, I'll come to fuck her where the fuck you are and stomp a mud hole in you for being disrespectful, hanging up on me. Now I think you better take this time to go negotiate the time that you two were gonna split between this daughter before I start to fucking get slapped the shit out of you for your blatant disrespect."
Yeah, you did that said that too.
And luckily, she gave you the child after that. But then she got back. She doubled down on her bullshit.
She was back on her bullshit, and that's what led me to getting that's what led me to getting locked up. And let me tell y'all, so once I got to court, right? Like after I got locked up and all that shit, and this is probably February at this point. So once I finally went to court, they didn't even want like I had all of this proof that showed that I was a more fit parent than she was, and all of this shit. Like at this time in my life, I was trying to me and my brother was trying to buy like a big ass 8 bedroom house. So because we was just gonna like team up and just be like fuck it, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, man, we all we got. You feel me? So
Uh,
I had all of these pictures of like rooms and shit, and I brought that to court. Son, they said I lost before the shit even started, and I'm like, why? I'm like, why don't they want to pursue? Because my lawyer's like, oh, she doesn't. The judge, she doesn't want to deal with your case. You already lost. I said, what the fuck did I do? I didn't. I said, she didn't talk to me. She don't know me. He gonna say, well, she's pro woman and you were locked up. I said, well, what the fuck that got to do with anything? And of course, because this is after the fact when he was like, well, you still want to pursue? I said, you bet your ass I do. So once we get in there, you know, the judge comes in there, of course, blonde hair, blue eyed, white bitch, looks at me like I'm just some stupid nigga off the street that don't know nothing and don't even know how to count my ABCs and shit. They trying to put a crown on her fucking head when I had all of this proof that I'm a more fit parent, and you know what I'm saying. But long story short, they didn't give me no fucking custody. They gave me the most bullshit. They gave me the most bullshit custody deal, my nigga. It was to see my daughter only 4 days a fucking month. On God,
how the fuck if you?
4 days a fucking month, huh?
But yet, this chick, when she lost her job, she became a fucking stripper.
Yeah. And mind
And
you, you
they
gonna say,
fired her.
"Oh, Josh and Terrell stole my pictures." Actually, my homeboy sent me the picture because she posted it on IG. Don't believe me? I get shit. I got the picture proof in my phone that it was an IG post from her shit. You know what I'm saying? And
And it,
even the VPD lawyer, that piece of shit, what is it? What is his name? Mike Davey. That fucking bitch. He gonna say, oh, what did he say? He gonna say, oh, yeah, you might as well just leave your daughter with her because it's the best interest of the child. I'm like, I said, why? Because I'm black. Then I hear him say under his voice, oh God. I'm like, really? But yeah,
So,
when you passionate want to be in your child's life, they try to come after your job, they try to come after your money, they try to come after your mind, they try to come after your livelihood. They just want to see you crumble, and that's why that nigga killed them too. That's why that dude killed them females.
I'm gonna tell
Because
you,
once you start going for a nigga pockets, it's a wrap, yo.
once you start going to his mentals, I mean, here's the craziness of it all, right? You got dude trying to make it right with his child's mother, trying to make it right. How many times will a brother have to go into these fucking courts where they have an extreme bias, extreme prejudice, and you feel like you have no help? It's like I told Classic Ruby. I said, look, men are already tending to the environment. We're not having children. I said, black men are just saying, fuck it. I'd rather have no children and no skin in the game.
Yeah.
Why? So, well, you need to, if you're going to decide to have children, what's the benefit of children for black men right now? Except to get us extorted?
Like I always tell people at this point, for me, having my daughter, that shit was trauma. Not because of my daughter, because she didn't do anything. But it was trauma on what I went through. It's trauma what I went through with my family, her family. You know what I'm saying? How she fucked around and did me. Like it's just like that shit hurt. Stop being a bitch and blah blah blah. And I'm like, yo, if you cut me, am I not gonna bleed?
But that's
We
the
got feelings
problem.
too.
That's the problem. We're looked at in this draconian system as we're beast of burden. Just keep whipping him. He'll get some more work out of him. They just want you to pay child support and die.
Yeah, and I mean, it was to the point where I was at a time in my life where I was getting disrespected by my job. You know that bitch ass police department. I was being disrespected by the woman I was with that I thought I had a future with. But it's funny to me that after we broke up and she saw that I was capable of getting into other relationships because she thought that wasn't gonna happen. You know, she wants to all of a sudden, oh, I want my family back. Yeah, if you take me back, I promise I'll do my best to get rid of the child support. And I'm like, yo, what's done is done. And I'm like, yo, the moment you call the cops on me, the moment you put your hands on me and all that shit, it's over. Because I'm not that type of nigga to start up trouble. I may sound angry tonight or whatever, and I'll apologize again to Mel. That's my bad. I didn't mean to go off on you like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, like I really be dealing with shit, yo. I really be like, I really have like anxiety and all this other shit, like, and sometimes I really do. I be on edge, yo, for real.
It's funny because, excuse me, what kept you from go? Bit of Truth Show, aka Bay, said, what kept you from going out like this guy did?
I ain't gonna hold you. There were times where I thought about that shit, but I was like, at the end of the day, my daughter, she ain't have to be here, and 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 one thing my grandmother told me before she passed away a couple of years ago was she told me to be the best father that I could possibly be to my daughter. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this not only for me, I'm gonna do this for my daughter and do this because my that was my grandmother's final wish before she passed.
And it also helps to have a damn good support system, man, because shit, brothers need brothers, man.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Tyrone, Terrell, you, Leon, Chad, my cousin Tyrese, man, I wouldn't be here. I seriously fucking wouldn't. And that's why I keep telling people like, yo, if you know somebody going through shit like this, call them. Please call them. Check on them. Give them words of encouragement. You know what I'm saying? Because you might be saving somebody's life. For real.
Yeah. My man David Price said it took me a year and a half to win full custody for my kids. Sorry to say, it was a fight. Yeah, it's bloody. You have to fight so goddamn hard. That's the fucking point. And AL said, "Smoke weed, I do."
I hear that.
You and AL will be the best of friends.
That's right.
Smoke weed every day. But shit, or have a nice cigar.
Oh yeah.
Get some liquor and hang with your niggas.
Hey, speaking of that, we gotta hit the cigar lounge soon because
Oh yeah.
yo, well, when I for my birthday a couple of months ago, Mariah got me one of those it was like it's like a little wooden briefcase thing, and when you open it
Oh
up, it got two wine glasses in it, like like the glasses that you got at your crib,
yeah.
and it has an ashtray. Well, not really an ashtray, but like a cigar holder. It's classy as fuck.
Oh yeah. Smoke weed every day.
Shit, wish we could smoke weed up in that cigar lounge. Shit. I swear to God, if we ever own one, we gotta have like a back room where you can do where niggas can smoke weed.
Oh yeah, I know what to call it. Charlie's
Get some
Boom
vents to
Boom
that bitch
Joint.
so if the cops come in, they don't smell
Charlie's Boom Boom Joint.
it. Boom, boom, boom.
So what's the boom boom? Why you call it the boom boom room? Cause that weed be hitting you like boom boom.
Fucking Tyson.
Like god damn, that shit's strong. Oh man, it's funny. Cam Robb said if I had a baby mama, she pulled it. Shit, I mean,
Oh, listen, I totally understand because when right before me and my baby mother broke up, and like I swear to God, that she started hanging that child support bullshit over my head, and it was like every chance she got, she did it. Like nigga, if she was having a bad day, or if I ain't do dishes or something, do the dishes or take out the trash or something, I'll take you for child support. Oh, you ain't giving money for my phone bill? I'll take you for child support. And I'm like, motherfucker, fuck you. Like, take that child support and wipe a cockatoo's ass with it. You gonna keep threatening me with that shit. Then do it, bitch.
we got salute to my man Chad Crystal, related to Billy.
That's right, Mr. Chad.
Oh man, let me see what Bay said. Did you hear what dude said after you left? No, I didn't hear. I heard part of it, but not after I left. No, I didn't hear it. I'm gonna tell you, man, it's hard out here for people, for men with kids, black men with kids. We all going through our struggles, especially during. It's funny. Christmas season usually supposed to be the most joyous season, but it ended up being the most fucking stressful.
Hey, Charles. I'm gonna tell you why it's. I'm gonna tell you. I ain't gonna say it's really stressful, but it's just mentally exhausting for me because when I first started going through this shit with my baby mother, this was 2017, right? So at the same time I was going through that, my grandmother gets sick in July. Then, like around August, September, that's when she made that complaint and said that I assaulted her and assaulted my daughter. And then,
And both plaints and that complaint was unfounded.
right. But, but, goofy ass CPS kept it on my record for 5 years, so I have to wait for the next year for them to take it off. But it's not on a criminal record, it's in their internal record as a
Which is
complaint, which is
stupid.
fucking dumb. So they're like, if we
What
get
if
another complaint on you before it's up, then we're gonna like bring it up. We can bring it up in court or whatever. And I'm like,
but
okay,
it's
well, go ahead and
stupid.
bring up that bullshit line. But anyway,
But
what you say?
yet this chick is going out starting fights, and she's a county bounty, starts fights with a
Oh,
bunch of
and
city girls and gets her
right,
ass kicked.
right, and listen to this shit. So right before she made that complaint with BPD, like maybe 3 days before that shit happened, she calls me 2 o'clock in the morning. Mind you, I have my daughter. She's sleeping. I'm sleep. You know what I'm saying? She calls me and she's at the club. Like I could clearly hear the loud music in the background because she had to raise her voice, like inflect or whatever. So she's like, why you got bitches calling me talking about they gonna fuck me up and da da da. I'm like, what are you talking about? And she's like, yeah, you got females calling me, threatening me and shit. I see how it is. I got something for you. And I'm like, throw me a fucking bone. I'm like, nobody's bothering you. I said, it's just me and Kennedy at the crib. She sleep. It's 2 in the morning. Go to sleep. Go home. Go count some. Go suck somebody's dick. Just get the fuck off the phone with me. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? But a couple of days later, boom, I get that complaint on me. And then a couple of and that was September. So the very next month, my grandmother passes away. Right? And mind you, That was the most stressful time of my life because first of all, my mom calls me and my brother tells me my grandmother passed. You know what I'm saying? That's heavy shit. That's some heavy shit. So then my mom tells me to go to my aunt's house, which I didn't want to fucking do that. Listen. You already know I'm not. I don't like to be the bearer of bad news. So I tell my aunt that shit. Boom. We then all of a sudden we gotta go. We gotta go to New York because that's where my grandmother lives. We from New York. We go to New York for my grandmother's funeral, and then we flew my grandmother to Alabama because that's where she wanted to be buried. Nigga, we had to drive from Alabama. I'm sorry, we have to drive from New York all the way to Alabama and then back to Maryland. You know how mentally fucking stressful that was. And I was like beefing with one of my family members at the time and shit. It wasn't my brother, but like it was bad. And then the very next year, boom, around the same time, I get locked up for some shit that I wasn't served for. Then 2 weeks, like 2 days later, after I get out of jail, my homeboy Randy's mother calls me and said that he got sick and they found out it was cancer and they caught it too late. So I saw him in the hospital, and I mean, long story short, he looked like a fucking skeleton. Like this wasn't my boy. Like, and so I told him, I promised him, I was like, yo, I said, I promise I'm gonna come here every day. You know what I'm saying, to the last day, and because he wasn't able to talk because he was so doped up with medicine and shit. And as soon as I was getting ready to go leave and see him the next morning, he was gone. I get a message from his sister, he was gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been through so much shit over the past 4 or 5 years, yo. It's fucking strenuous, son.
What makes it even stupid is that black men don't have feelings. They don't like to cry. It's okay to
Oh,
cry
trust and believe.
because
I cried plenty. I cried plenty off of all of that shit. And the icing on the cake is not seeing my daughter for another Christmas.
and I'm gonna read what Nino said. Charles Ford, I think men with one kid have more problems than men with 3 to 10 kids. It's a hot mess, but men with less kids or just one getting milked by child support.
Oh,
It's true.
he not lying
It's true.
because when let me tell you, this is for those of you that's listening that never was taking child support or don't have any kids. I'm gonna paint a picture for you of how it is, how it feels to be in that fucking place. Let me tell you, that shit is the equivalent of like a fucking rundown welfare office. And when they bring you in that bitch, you're automatically a villain because you know what I'm saying, because you're a man with a penis and you walked in there, and you know what I'm saying. So once you get in there and they sit you down and shit, um, they want to look at they want to look at how much you make. They don't give a fuck about what she makes. They want to know what you make, unless she making more than you. But they literally sat there and was like, "Why you ain't been paying your child support?" Because I stopped paying the child support because she kept my daughter from me for like 8 months. And like currently, this is the longest stretch, 2 years. But anyways, at that point in time, when she kept her from me for like 8 months, I said, how am I gonna pay? I don't even know where the fuck my daughter is. I was like, I don't even know if she's fucking mine. And the lady going to laugh, shake her head, laugh, and say, I don't get you. I said, it's not your job to get me. And I was like, I said, with that said, I want a paternity test. And my baby mother gonna say, oh, don't do that. I said, bitch, fuck you. I said, what did you do to me? The fuck? And the lady the lady at the desk that was a coordinator that was sitting in front of us talking about, oh, how you gonna ask that? That's not your right. I said, are you crazy? I was like, that's not my right,
That
but
is
it's
your
my right
right.
to pay for child support.
That is
And
actually your right.
right. And then she gonna say, well, you're gonna have to pay for it. I was like, I'm black. I'm not broke, ma'am. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the bullshit that niggas have to deal with when they go to court. And then on top of that, they wanted me to pay $10.35 a month for one child. And I looked at my baby mother like, yo, bitch, if I pay that, I'm gonna slash your fucking tires every day, yo. Oh God.
I'll tell you
So then,
what.
so then she gets scared and is like, let me pay 7. 7? Like, bitch, you better say 500. So they ended up making me pay $800 a fucking month. Talking about, oh, you owe rears, nigga. I ain't never seen a tax check since, and it only was a couple of months.
Mm.
But this is why I have a disdain for some females. I don't hate women, but I have a disdain for a lot of these motherfuckers. because of shit like that. Like, it's amazing how women claim to have it hard in life when all they have to do is lay on their backs, spread eagle, and all of a sudden, boom, you got an instant income.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna set y'all straight about this shit. Nino said, "I'm surprised they are fucking with law enforcement officers this way. I guess child support has no respect for those who serve them, as well. Sounds more like no men work in their department. None
Hmm.
do. Technically, none do. I'm gonna tell you what.
None of them do. Not Baltimore City,
It's
not Baltimore County. No jurisdiction in this country will treat black officers with respect.
it's easier.
Or the court system.
It's easier to get a cop, not just a black one, but a cop on child support than your so-called Poogie and Ray Ray, because it's guaranteed money. Police headquarters are right down the street from child custody and child support.
Hmm.
Okay, all they got to do is send a letter, and it comes out before you even know what it
But
came out.
but here's the proof that there's female privilege, right? So check this out. You're gonna love this. So my brother's ex-wife, right? She's a Baltimore County corrections officer too, and still works there to this day. She fucks inmates. Well, she did fuck inmates. I'm sorry. She fucks
Maybe.
other, but maybe. But she fucks other officers in there, and she fucks not just supervisors, but motherfucking captains, head honchos, damn near wardens and shit, right? She was ordered to pay child support because she didn't want my brother's kids. They had three children together, was married for maybe 7 years, maybe. But long story short, when they got divorced because she cheated, it was proven or whatever. The judge told her that she had to pay that like $1,200 a month in child support. Nigga, she stood there and cried, right? And the judge gave her like a oh poor baby look and was like, oh, you know what? Forget about that. It's okay. I'm gonna make her pay 500 a month. So my brother gets a measly fucking 250 every other week for three children. When this bitch got him fired, and she never calls, she never wants to see the kids.
You know
You know what I'm
what?
saying? They
Stop
always
right
talk
there.
about
Hold
deadbeats
on,
are only men.
Josh.
Deadbeats
Hold
are
on,
not
Josh.
only men.
Stop right.
Deadbeats
Hold on.
are a lot of fucking women that
Hold
they
on.
don't. Let me tell you something. My my brother's ex-wife, she has a younger brother, and this motherfucker molested my niece. And when they went to
And
like
to this
family
day,
courts and all this shit,
she still tries to protect them.
yeah, she gonna say because the lawyer or somebody said that he was kissing her or something like that. Her brother was kissing my niece, and she gonna say it was allegedly, and I'm like, bitch, what? So you gonna believe your punk ass brother over your daughter? Bitches ain't shit, yo.
Like I'm gonna put it to you this way, Josh. One, I was hoping they found a brother because wink, wink, nod, nod. I would have loved to got on my horse and formed a posse and whooped his ass. Number two,
Yeah, and he kept calling, antagonizing Terrell and shit. I had to come home to that. Terrell punching walls and shit, angry. And I'm like, yo, I didn't even know what was going on. And then and come to find out, it's this punk pussy ass nigga keep calling, talking, yeah, you ain't gonna do shit to me. You ain't
are
gonna do.
there
I'm like, yo,
are there male caseworkers that work in child support? How about this answer?
yeah, there are, there are, but at the end of the day, they don't give a shit. So,
It's woman ran. The child support and child custody court systems in Maryland are the biggest
mhm.
gynocracy
Oh,
you'll ever find.
oh, and listen, that boy had a rap sheet too. Her brother, he had a rap
Yeah.
sheet too because this nigga when he was adolescent or whatever, he got caught up because he sucked a retarded boy's dick.
Like he was sick.
Yeah, I can't make this shit up. I swear to God, I could make a whole movie about the shit that I've been through in my life, yo. I
Uh,
cannot make this shit up. And this bitch was letting this little punk motherfucker around my niece and my two nephews, and he beating on them and shit. And I'm like, yo, I told her, I said, tell that nigga to try to beat me like that. Be a real fucking man like that. I don't give a fuck if that nigga is 6'4", 6'5". I'll kick you right in your fucking balls and make you my bitch real quick.
I mean, hey, there's nothing wrong with chopping down trees. I love to chop down
Shit.
trees.
I'm a
Matter,
220-pound man. I will fuck a nigga up real quick. I
matter of
may be
fact,
5'8", but I will
ma-
fuck somebody up.
matter of fact, hit the like button, hit the cash app,
And
hit the super chat because we
it's
giving
crazy
you some
because
real good shit.
even the job, like Charles will tell you, even the job, they'll treat you like garbage. Like when I was going through all that shit, they tried to they gonna say they made up some bullshit. They was like, yeah, he needs to go see a shrink and he needs to go to rehab. I said rehab. I said I'm not even on nothing. I said I thought you had to be on something to go to fucking rehab. What the fuck is this? So so they gave me some bullshit intervention shit like yeah you need to stop hitting women. I'm like I never touched her without me being touched first, of course. But I'm like, yo, I'm like, yo, when it's all boiled down to it, they sent me to go see a shrink, right? I tell a shrink everything that I fucking went through, and she was like, yo, why are you here? She was like, I'm discharging you because you don't need to be here. She was like, you're a highly intelligent man and you know what you're talking about. But she was like, you're not the crazy one. It's your employer who's the crazy one.
Hold on, Josh. Shout out to Charles Aubrey, showing my support. Love the content. Woo! Thank you.
Woo!
Because yeah, I need to hit that Cash App tonight, that super chat, because we're coming out with some hard hitting shit. We're coming out with what a lot of black men are afraid to talk about. Remember when I did my live stream called My Struggle? This is part of that struggle.
Yeah, and listen, when I was going through all of that stuff, my supervisor at the time, Sergeant Cephas, he kept asking me like, "Oh, did you put money away for your baby mother?" And I'm like, I said, first of all, stay out of my fucking business. And I'm like,
you talking about? Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
You talk about the same sergeant that was blocking another officer he was fucking car so they could talk. That motherfucker.
Right. Oh, it gets better. This is the juicy part. So I told him, I said, I'm not paying her shit. Then he goes say, oh well, you need to do something or else. I told her I was what? I said, I'm depressed. I go through shit every day. As soon as I said depressed, I'm like, I'm depressed. He's like, they'll hear you. He was like, don't say the D word around here. And I'm like, so I can't be a man and be depressed? I'm like, when an officer loses a family member around here or go through some shit, a white officer in particular, y'all want me to sign cards and shit. Y'all want me to go visit their family members and all this other shit. But let me go do something. Let Charles go do some shit.
Think about
when
it.
You get back to work.
How many people actually came to visit me when my leg was propped up in the air after surgery?
Exactly. And me and Charles get, when you come back to work. You're running out of days. You need to come back. You have no more days left. Well, you ain't getting paid, and you can complain if you want to. You ain't gonna win, and we're gonna retaliate. This is the shit that this bitch ass police department, Baltimore City Police Department, has done to black men. And internal affairs is full of it has a bunch of angry, bitter, manless black women in there. It's so bad that the department is getting sued because of these stupid bitches in there fucking.
How you get sued? How does IID, aka Internal Affairs, get sued by one of their own detectives?
Internal Affairs.
Yeah.
Because it's Mean Girls. It's 13th grade in there. It's Mean Girls Part 2 in there. Because I got a friend named Nancy. She's white, so of course all the black bitches want to bump her down. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't like the fact that she was dating this black dude in there named Eddie, and they got married and shit. So how dare her, white bitch, taking on men. This is the shit that you go through, and at that's one of the jobs. Charles will tell you, BPD was one of them jobs where you had to walk on eggshells. So it didn't matter at the end of the day whether you did your job professionally or not. If they didn't like you,
man.
if you didn't want to fuck one of them bitches, you're getting charged. They're taking away your days. They're stealing your money. They're gonna try to fire you.
We gotta salute my man real quick, David Price, for the big ass Cash App. Hold up, everybody in the chat, everybody on the panel, because we're gonna open this panel up to let people talk, but we gotta salute the band with this shit. Woo!
Woo!
I hate to tell you, we told you so, but we told you so. Shout out to David Price. See, I'm gonna read what my man, everybody's favorite style coordinator. I can't wait to get up with Nino so I could get the Charles Faulkner Signature Series suit, shirt, slacks.
Yeah, Nino, you good brother, man. Good brother.
Suit, shirt, slacks. You know, we gotta get the ties. We gotta get the. Ooh, we gotta do the style. We gotta call that line the style and profile. And he said, and I quote, "Yes, this stream is worth cash apps, people. So please dig in your pockets and contribute like you do for the bullshit streams with no meaning." Whoa! I hear that shit.
Woo!
You got brother men, and also support to the other another guy who I got to network with. We're getting the t-shirts out. The man known as Shattered Star Games, my brother, my champion, my savior, the brother who went on an Up in Smoke tour was wrong, but I do not support his actions, but I could see how he was tortured. Thank you. That's what we're telling you. A lot of you motherfuckers out there need to treat this shit as a public service announcement.
Right? Yeah, because listen, I don't want nobody like real shit. I don't want nobody going through what I went through. Like, and I'm not trying to say, I'm not gonna say and tell you, oh, I'm a victim and feel bad for me. No, but I'm just telling niggas this shit to avoid doing the shit that I did and going through what I'm still currently going through. And my thing is, I'm very accountable for my actions and the choices I made in life. And this is something, and like I told my girl, like, because she keeps getting frustrated, like, oh, I want to, I wish I could take some of the pain away. And I'm like, yo, this is something that's out of your hands. Like, I'm gonna have to deal with this shit on my own. I got myself into this hole, and I'm gonna have to dig it the fuck out.
Think about it. And I'm glad Nino said this shit. Look at this. The Black Law Enforcement Officer's edition of child support. Thanks for letting people know your guys' struggles are the same as theirs. They think they have it good. They think
You're
you have it
very welcome.
good, and I'm ex-law enforcement. Yeah, Jesus Christ. I've told you guys so many times, you ladies and you guys, the hardest thing to do is to go tell somebody how to live their life and somehow figure out how you're going to do it for your own when you get off. Some of the worst divorces, the worst child supports cases I've ever seen were from actually what? Child support court. Well, excuse me, law enforcement officers. It
Yeah.
is horrific. It is terrible. It is disgusting, man.
Matter of fact, Charles, there was another officer. There was an officer in Baltimore County that
A
did
week
something
before
similar
this,
as
yeah,
the
last week.
yeah, where he killed himself. He killed his two beautiful daughters, which I mean, I wouldn't never do no harm to a child. Fuck that. And he killed his coworker because
Yeah,
they fired him over some dumb shit. Like Baltimore County Police is just as racist as BPD, racist
if not
towards their
more.
own, own officers, black officers. So he was fired over some dumb shit like missing court, like being like FTA in court, which we all do because we have something called a life in families. Shit, fuck court.
Yeah,
I hate court. Period. But this man was he couldn't take it no more. He lost his job, lost his family because he didn't have no family until like his daughters lost family. So when he went and took them, it's like oh the news like oh well yeah they're kidnapped. I'm like well damn yo. I'm like, and so so the way I see it, I'm pretty sure as soon as the police started following him and chasing him everywhere, he probably was like, "Fuck this shit," and just offed himself. And that's not the thing to do. And I know it's stuff like it gets like for me, I get so depressed to the point where I don't want to kill nobody or hurt myself, but it gets to the point where I just want to say fuck it, pick up, move, and go somewhere the fuck else.
a brother want to go to the fucking moon, and
Yeah,
it's funny. It's funny because there's times when you're a father, you can't fail, but mama can bring all these fucking excuses. I was young. I didn't know what I was doing. I had a little time job. Think about this. It's a hard time being a combat vet than being a baby mama. Being a baby mama, you get so many benefits, man.
hmm
You get so many things going for you, man. So when brothers need help, when brothers think about it, there are brothers out there shamed for getting food stamps and they're starving. There's brothers out there shamed for calling their family members when they're homeless. Yes, you
yeah.
should work your way out of it, but guess what? Everybody needs a hand up sometime.
That's what I was going to say. Never be too afraid to ask for help because there will be some as a man. There will be somebody there that's gonna listen.
Yeah,
No matter us being men and not no matter if society don't give a shit about us because they try to make it seem like women are totally 100% perfect. That's why I laugh when females say, "Oh, he's a monster." And, I'm like, so females don't do this shit. Should I bring up the name
You
Phil
get it.
Hartman? That man was murdered by his own punk ass wife who couldn't stop sniffing the fucking nose candy. But we won't
Well,
talk about that.
what about what was the quarterback? The guy who used to be a quarterback for the Ravens and the Titans.
Oh, I know you talking about what
What's
is that
his
dude?
name?
The black guy. I know. I remember his name. I mean, I said I remember. I don't remember his name. Damn it. It'll come back to me.
I mean, yeah. See, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna be in odds. I notice when I'm speaking real truth, my viewership goes down. So please share this with people that you know who need to hear this because we're speaking the gospel. Matthew, Mark, and that nigga named Luke and John.
Oh, Steve. Somebody said Steve McNair.
Steve McNair. Was it cool that his girlfriend shot him in the fucking head and killed herself? We don't talk about violence against men. We don't talk about the torture against men. But what we told is go in the fucking corner and cry about it. No, nobody cares about you. You're a man. Think about that. Let's talk about how you call him a monster, but that bitch is Dr. Frankenstein.
Yeah, because
You
my thing is they evil and meticulous, and they will literally they will run to the court and make up lies. They'll
I
run to the
mean,
court and make up lies and believe in that shit. My baby mother literally is running around telling people that
that
I hit
bitch
my
is
daughter
that
and
Josh.
all
That bitch
types
is
of shit.
running. That bitch running to the courthouse like this.
Right? Yeah. And in fact, I'm gonna keep it real
Super
with y'all.
speed.
My baby mother went and got a fucking protective order. She got a protective order on me last week, right? And mind you, I haven't talked to her. I haven't spoken to her since September. You know what I'm saying? When she was harassing me and harassing my girl. So I don't understand what was her motive to even have done that. And the courts didn't even entertain it. I find out that police showed up at my brother's office the other day looking for me. And I'm like, what are they looking for me for? I ain't do shit. And they're like, yeah, we have a protective order for Joshua. I'm like I wasn't there, but like my homegirl was there and was like, yeah, she's not here. But I just was so mad, like the fact that a woman can just keep going, running a punk ass to the court and lie like that. It's
Hmm.
insane. So as I stated before, when I hear women say that they have it hard, you can kiss my ass. Because if you go listen, if you go on any of the streaming services, HBO Max, Netflix, Peacock, the list goes on and on. What faces do you see come first? Women. You play a video game where you could choose a gender. What gender they pull up first? Women. So when society is telling you that women come first, y'all got it easy. Y'all got more rights than children and small animals in these fucking courts. I don't want to hear nobody say
Okay, you sue for
that women have it
defamation of
hard.
character. That's a good question. You actually can.
I did
And
prepare for defamation, and I will.
shout
I don't
out
care
to
if I
the
have to spend
lovely
my last
Kareem.
dollar. I will sue her.
Shout out to the lovely Kareem. Don't get flued out, girls, spending all that money. Shout out to Kareem.
Yeah,
It's funny because you have to have a sense of humor for all the shit that we're going through now. You have to develop a
yeah.
sense of humor.
Listen, I needed
It's
this touching. I feel like I'm talking to a damn string. I'm talking to Dr. Charles over here.
don't fuck
Yeah,
around. Let them give me my benefits back, boy. You might have a DR in front of my name and a couple of letters behind it.
right.
I ain't got shit. I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell
like
you.
yo, but it is like I ain't gonna hold you. It do like some part is fucked up, but it really is funny because it's like yo, like okay, so like Sierra, she got about 7 protective orders against Terrell. Like she punched Terrell in the face and broke his window and all of that. Terrell had
And
witnesses.
by the way, for Nino and everybody, this is a police lieutenant, by the way, a white shirt.
Yes, yes, my brother was lieutenant. Yes, but
And by the way, we're not talking about just any lieutenant. We're talking about a guy who was number one for the sergeant's test and number one for the lieutenant's test.
that's right.
So you're not talking about a dumb nigga.
Yeah, not a dumb individual by the slightest bit. And long story short, he went to his wife's house. This was about like 3, 4 years ago, and he went to grab Tristan phone because he was going through a hard time money wise, and he had to sell Tristan phone, but he was going to get him another one eventually when he got back up. So she comes running out, jumps on the window and punches it and cracks the window. And then when he gets out the car looking at it, she runs up to him and like straight four pieces him. And there's two dudes standing on the side like, yo, don't hit her because she's trying to set you up. So he stayed calm, cool, collected. He walked over to her car and punched that. He punched out her front window. Like not the windshield. She did his windshield, he did her front driver's side window. So why the fuck did the police take him to the district, to the precinct? And this bitch got to go back in the house. She had a whole warrant on her, but the fact that she was fucking the sergeant of
Oh,
family
oh,
crimes of the family crimes unit,
which
they
that dude should have been fucking fired.
right.
Because how you gonna be the sergeant in charge of the fucking case of family crimes, and you're sleeping with the fucking victim?
Exactly. So when she did that, when she fucked him, that guy did a little magic and got the warrant rescinded. Let me repeat that. Got the warrant rescinded. Anybody knows what rescinded means? So let me tell you what that means. When you get a warrant rescinded, is boom, it's a Thanos snap. The warrant doesn't
And
exist anymore.
and usually that shit takes an act of God.
Yeah,
I tell you, man. I
that,
tell you.
that's some shit. Yeah, yo, shit. I paid $800 too. I can punch shit. I can feel his pain with that.
I tell you,
Like, well, God,
all
shit.
you this is what's happening in these days and times. All they want you to do is pay for the goddamn kid and go away. This is the black community today. We don't want fathers. We just want money. Fuck you. We just not gonna give you kids.
A bit of truth. You said, I know you said you would have went straight to eternal affairs. So let me elaborate on your statement right there. So yes, that is a good idea on paper, but when you're a black male, especially in Baltimore City Police Department, where black males are the black sheep of the department, internal affairs ain't gonna believe you. They will treat you. Charles will tell you they will treat you like a fucking criminal. Somebody broke into Charles' house years ago and stole his guns, PlayStations, all types of shit. And they lied on Charles' name and said that he was selling guns on the street.
Yeah, they try to make it look like I'm selling guns, even though I had to be on some gangster shit to find out who stole it, and
And
I'll have a Patreon to tell you what
let me
happened.
let me let me
And
tell you,
then
internal affairs
guess what
more
happened?
corrupt than the gun trace task force.
And guess what happened when I went to Internal Affairs? They tried to charge me when I had my gun in a lockbox to make me a double victim. I told them, I told the detective, and I told his lieutenant, so you motherfuckers are so cruddy that you're gonna make me a double victim?
Oh wait, hold on. Oh, he said go to internal affairs on the other guy. Okay, yeah, you're right. Terrell went to internal affairs on that sergeant, and they did charge him, but they swept that shit under the rug, yo, because that sergeant was a kiss ass. They swept it under the rug. So yeah, I do understand what you're saying. Yes, my brother did go to internal affairs on that guy. He was charged, but they swept it under the rug. So yeah, so there's what I'm saying. So there's that because they was gunning for my brother because he was outspoken, and they were gunning for me too because I was outspoken because I wasn't gonna sit
When
down
you
and let nobody
when you're
diss me.
outspoken, when you're a black man with intellect and you're outspoken, you pretty much put a target on your back in any department. It's no different in the military. You put a target on your goddamn back.
Bro, it got to the point where I was scared to leave my house. Like to the part, like my baby mother, Terrell's ex-wife, and like they were so mixed up in the department because my baby mother was dating um uh one of the female detectives from Internal Affairs' nephews. And that's how I was being followed home, like all types of shit, yo. Like I'd have motherfuckers calling me talking about, yo, why you over there? Or what are you doing on this side? And I'm like, why? Why are you watching me? And this is the shit that people did. Charles will tell you, I had guns in my face. I've never
Oh,
I've never
that's
been in jail until I became a cop. I
oh,
had a
trust me,
completely clean record.
trust me. The people who were involved in it were dealt with, and I'll leave it as that. And
And
I
sorry,
gotta
sorry,
tell,
Charles, I didn't mean to put your business out there like that.
no, shit, I told him before.
Oh, okay. All
so
right,
so
I didn't know if you said that before or not.
yeah,
I wasn't trying to.
I don't mind because shit, a lot of the times I'm so damn candid. It's like I tell him I'm not some superhuman as much as the world wants me to be. We all go through pain,
Bro,
And
I'm so deep into this conversation. You done said, man, I'm about to go grab the Lenny Kravitz.
the Lenny Kravitz, that's the code word for the weed, baby.
That's right.
Alright, since we had this, yeah, don't forget to give me my likes. Come on, a few more donations, people. I love it, I love it, I love it. Y'all been supportive as hell. We're about to open up the panel. We're gonna put the link in the chat because I know a lot of brothers and a lot of sisters wanna coin in on this shit.
That's right.
If you're not a subscriber, please hit that bell once, then hit it twice to make sure you get it every time I come up. And let's converse, or as the country folks say, conversate. Oh man, I mean, shit. I mean, how much of a man's soul does he have to put out for you to feel his pain? And if you don't have a network of brothers willing to speak to you about shit, you might end up like the homeboy in Baltimore who killed his ex-wife and baby mama.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, nobody wants to be like him. Please don't be that guy. Give your friends a call. If you know, like I said before James say anything, if anybody that's listening, I don't give a fuck if you a man, I don't give a fuck if you a woman. If you know somebody that's going through something, please give them a call because it's holiday time. People going through shit. You know what I'm saying? And you might save somebody's life just by giving them a call. And I'm serious. But go ahead, James. How you doing, man?
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Yo, man, what's up, man?
Bit of truth with the
Yo, can y'all
Lucifer
hear me,
face.
man? Like
Yeah.
this shit hit my heart. Salute to the brother, to the officer that told his
Hold on. Sorry.
story, man. Salute to Charles for having this topic. Salute to all the brothers in this space that made content on this topic and not white knighting. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Right.
my kid's mother put me through the same situation. Like I lost my father 2 years ago. We went to the funeral. She talking all of this shit. Oh, we gonna be family. We gonna get through this, even though that we was broken up at the time. Not me knowing that she was already online on apps making arrangements to meet other dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I lost my father, we breaking up, whatever. We already broken up. I still, I'm still gonna play the man in the relationship, yo. Like be there for my kids, and here she go following for child support. You know what I mean? Trying to get full custody and all of this bullshit, making lies, talking about that I'm drinking still. And mind you, I was sober at the time. And then she talking about that I was abusing my kids and shit like that. You like come on, bro. I'm going to the hospital getting blood samples, getting hair follicle samples because I'm not smoking weed. Then she say that that I'm having mental issues. I got all of this paperwork right now, and my kids had to get a separate lawyer because so they can do an investigation and everything came black clear. So I said, fuck it. I'm gonna show my kids all this fucking information that she lied on me so I can give my kids a clear understanding of what the fuck going on.
And
You know what
and
I
shout
mean?
out
So I took
and
I
hold
hear
on,
that.
shout out for Ian Williams. Thank you.
no doubt, thank you.
Woo!
So I took 5 years off, not dealing with no women, no nothing, because if I would have jumped into another relationship, God no telling, I probably would have went through the same situation that this brother went through, bro. The same
Mm-hmm.
shit. So when she got her new boyfriend, this bitch come to my crib with this new nigga, yo. When I had my own, because I won my case, she pulled up to the crib with the new nigga. My kids is leaving my crib, getting into the car. Then I look, I'm like, who the fuck is this nigga? I never met this dude in the day of my life. I don't know shit about this nigga. I never sat down with him, had a conversation with this nigga. She gonna tell me you don't need to know this and you don't need to know him and I could come over here and do this. The bitch told me that over the phone, laughing
Mm,
in my
mm.
face. I mean, in my ear. Fuck all of that. I pulled the fuck up to the bitch crib, like, yo, da 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 da, this is what it is. Don't be coming over to the crib. This bitch hit me with a fucking bat, bro. I took the bat. I didn't hit it. I shot the motherfucker over the field. You know what I mean? Grabbed the bat. ribs all fucked up, and I bounced. You know what I'm saying? This bitch gonna call the cops talking about I did this, I did that, whatever the case may be, not knowing that the bitch lives somewhere else, like not in the not in Rochester, but somewhere else, whatever, right? So I thought
Different
I had the
county.
fucking warrant here in Rochester, but I had the warrant somewhere else. You know what I mean?
Man,
So I paid the
we
retainer.
got a panel full of New Yorkers right now, don't we?
Yeah,
Word
man.
up.
So at the end of the day, this bitch ass nigga, yo, who got this platform, I'm not about to say the nigga name though. This nigga gonna tell me, yo, every time I be on a nigga panel talking about, yo, you need to get a bitch, you need to get a bitch. Nigga, fuck you,
Who
nigga.
said that?
Nah, I ain't about to say the nigga name, but when
I'm
Aunt
sorry.
T have the motherfucking shit Saturday, I'm gonna expose this bitch ass nigga because he did some other funny shit. But that's no here. There's a couple of niggas who did some funny shit on here, but all them
Man,
bitch niggas gonna get
that's some clown
exposed.
goofy
But I'm
shit.
glad I took
It
5 years
definitely is.
off to fucking get baptized. Listen to Angry Man, listen to Charles Faulkner, listen to Jay Shine, listen to BGS Panel for Men on Saturday, because all these powerful men helped me, just Andre and all these other brothers who helped me out. Because if it wasn't for these brothers, I would have been fucked up in the game.
You,
And thank you for my motherfucking stepfather, my mom boyfriend, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? He just turned 86 years old. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was going through my depression state, he told me to go back to church. And I got the video online, you know what I'm saying, on my old channel that I got baptized and everything. Fuck them hoes. Fuck pumping and dumping. I had to get me together. I had to do self valuation and check my motherfucking self and listen to
exactly.
brothers that's greater than me who been through the same motherfucking situation. So thank you guys for having this topic, yo, because this shit
Woo!
touched my life.
Congratulations,
And,
brother, man.
and you gotta,
Congratulations,
and
man.
And
you
leave
gotta
these
shout out,
other sucker niggas alone, man.
you gotta shout out to Josh because he told me to make this one. And,
Thank you, Josh. Straight up.
I'm gonna say this. I'm starting to learn that this manosphere has saved a lot of people's lives. Not the South, but the South with an
That's a
F.
fact.
Can I say
And say
something
what you want about
based on what
Charles,
he was
man.
saying?
Say what you want about Charles. Say what you want to say about Angry Man. Say what you want to say about all these brothers. They may have gripes, whatever the fuck. Fuck all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? These brothers built this motherfucking platform, and the red motherfucking carpet should be thrown to their motherfucking feet, bruh. At the end of the motherfucking day, because y'all wouldn't be talking no shit without these fucking mans here. Point
You know,
motherfucking
you know,
blank
you
period.
know.
I
I
appreciate
want to
that.
add to that. I
And that's
definitely want to
right,
add to
brother.
that.
I
Hold,
appreciate
hold,
Shout
that.
out
let
to
me.
everybody on the stream,
Hold on,
man.
one at a time. We're gonna go with Shatter. Then we're
I
gonna
was
go
just
with
saying,
Shattered, then Bitter, then Mel.
hey, I appreciate you letting me up, Charles, man. 1,000, man. My brother, my champion, my savior, man. That's the motto.
Yeah.
Hey, and James, bro, 1,000, same here with me, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I tell you this, without having brothers that's pining and going through this, comparing them notes, bro, you know what I'm saying? We wouldn't even be at this point that we at now. I'm actually proud of all the brothers doing it, man. You know what I'm saying? Who is
Yes,
not
sir.
hating and shit and taking a narrative and throwing it left because once again, I said earlier, Charles, while I was saying I do not agree with man did. Obviously, he did some wrong shit,
Yeah.
right? But I know the torture level. And I will say this, and I'll let everybody else get it. Now, think about it. They were saying this man had did some unspeakable acts with his children, right? That's what they said. Okay, now
Right.
I'm here to say this. A man who had done that to his children committed a sin on his children. I'm saying this. He would not be in court trying to get no damn kids if that stuff was really true on him. A thief never returns back to the scene of the fucking crime. And you a psychologist with the criminals, Charles. You know that.
Hello, 100% agreement on that one, brother.
hmm And you gotta remember, a lot of these brothers are gonna be accosted for giving a fuck. I've never seen a place where men When you give a fuck, you're penalized. When you make something of
Right.
yourself, you're penalized. I don't want you to see your daughter because I want full control.
Yeah, because that's what it's all about. It's about control because I didn't want to get back with her, and she even like Charles. Remember when I was dating Monet, like right before I got with Mariah, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So long story short, remember did I ever tell you about that fight? That well, they didn't have a fight, but they was getting ready to have a fight because when I went to pick up Kennedy, I had Monet with me, and she had a son in the back seat too. So I went and got my daughter, whatever, and sit there and talk about, oh, is she gonna speak? Mind you, Monet's across the street sitting in the car, chilling, listening to music. She gonna run across the street, knock on the window, mad heavy, talking about, oh, you gonna say something to me? And she was like, what are you talking about? Hello. So all of a sudden they start arguing and shit, and I have to step in and I have to tell my baby mom to get her punk ass across the street. And she go like walk off like the bitch from Friday. You know what I'm saying? And then like months later, she gonna say, yeah, we was looking talking about her and my brother's my brother's ex-wife talking about they was looking for us, driving all around to the Kentucky to see which one we was at. And I was like, so what the fuck was y'all gonna do had y'all ran up on me? Cause I was gonna like I said, me and Monet would have fucked y'all up. We ain't pussy around here.
Like
The only
you
two
looking
females
for
I date at this point in my life are fighters. Monet,
you
Monet
looking,
was a fighter, and Mariah Dempsey was a fighter.
and
That bitch
I'm
got
just
stabbed. She don't give a fuck. You know what I'm
God
saying?
damn. God damn. Like she do many Tyson fights. Okay,
All right.
bit of
My
truth, we're
shorty
gonna get
protect
you
me
in.
at this point.
All
A
right.
bit of truth,
So
you got it.
here's what I want to say about the brother story was that civil court is very very different from family court.
Yeah,
Hmm.
In civil court, all you have to do is just prove your case, and 9 times out of 10 you win it. It takes mitigating circumstances for you to lose a case that you've proven, like being countersued or something like that, and they can prove their case. Or maybe you enter the fraudulent document. At any rate, that's really the solution that men have not explored when it comes to these situations,
Hmm.
especially defamation of character. Because what you have is you have somebody who told a lie, the government got involved, it was proven to be false, and as men we just sit there and take it
Hmm.
and be disgruntled and get bitter and angry and calling the mother of our children bitches. I understand that they act like that, but I mean, think about it. We're disrespecting the mother of our children. We should not be doing that.
We should be
Do we
suing the
agree
fuck
on
out of her.
that?
We should be suing the fuck out of them.
Right. And all
yeah,
right.
That's a
In all
fact.
honesty, if you want, like, hey, I know I hate that this has to come to this, but if you really want to back a chick up off you,
Mm-hmm.
you hit her in the pockets.
that's right.
Facts.
You
You
ain't
hit her
lying,
in the
yo.
pockets. You take once you've been cleared, you immediately take that case to civil court for defamation of character because you
That what
have
the
the
League of
proof.
Dads did, bro.
Hmm.
Huh?
That what the League of Dads did, man. He on Facebook.
Yes.
He put $1 million retainer on that on his ex-wife, knowing that she can't pay that money, but having that cloud over her head fucked her up.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Then she had to move back in with her fucking sister. He on Facebook. He told the story, bro. But I'm sorry for cutting you off, bro.
No, it's fine. I mean,
Well,
it's
wait a
just
minute.
common sense.
Wait a minute. Jack Pilati, who's a simp? Because
They said that to the other bro. Like the
but
other
continue,
bro
Bay. I'm
said,
sorry for interrupting you. Hold
No,
on,
it's
let Bay.
fine. But I mean, in
right.
all honesty, that's the simple solution. It's like, oh, okay. Like, oh, you want to put this case on me? Like, it's fine. And you tell her, be like, it's fine. As soon as this is over, I will see you in civil court.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
Like,
tell
because
you,
you do understand, like,
and
as soon as
Petaway,
this is over, I got you for defamation of
and
character.
Petaway boy, Black Guru was white. You gotta sue these hoes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Calling a
and
you
you have
bitch.
to,
absolutely
Let
have
me
you
let
got
me
a case.
let me
You
put it to
got a
you this way.
case
Let me put it to you
Mhm.
this way.
that
Calling
she
a bitch.
created.
Calling a bitch is not hurtful anymore to a bitch because they call themselves bitches.
right.
All day
Exactly.
in America.
This is the proud whore generation.
No, no,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
That's not what I meant. I
No,
mean,
it's just that
seriously,
you gotta
what
sue
I
them.
mean is,
You
did
gotta
you
put the.
really? I mean, you have to ask yourself, did you really purposely lay down and have a baby
Hmm.
with a bitch? Or did you lay
Hmm.
down and have a baby with a chick that you thought, was your piece,
Right.
Yeah.
who's
Right, you
now
did.
acting like a bitch?
And these, yo, let's keep it real, bro. These dudes never dealt with a bitch. These dudes deal with online texting, Facebook,
Yeah.
Instagram
Oh
dating,
yeah.
all of these fucking apps. I deal with bitches since I was a teenager, nigga. I was
Dude,
dealing with older, grimy ass motherfuckers since I was a teenager. Grimy
dude,
bitches,
dude,
streetwalker type bitches, all types
dude,
of bitches. But my baby
dude.
moms, I met her at my job when I was what? I was like 19, working in the hospital. Nigga, I was slaying chicks. I was slaying nurses. When you go in, the fucking assistant bitch, the front desk bitch, I was fucking them type of bitches at the job, nigga, or going to them bitches' cribs. So I know how these bitches give it up.
Mm-hmm.
So what this nigga talking about typing and texting, nigga? You never dealt with a grimy bitch. You
A
know what I'm
grind.
saying?
And
You
that's
fucking a
that's the
bitch. You
problem,
fucking
man.
a
You got a
bitch.
lot.
Her man coming to the crib, knocking on the door. She telling you she don't got it, man, but this bitch telling you to hide in the damn closet. I've been through
Uh-huh.
that shit, bruh.
Let
And
me.
James, that's the problem, man. We got so many young dudes that's pair bonded, ain't never even been out in the game like that. And yet,
Facts.
Let me
and
look.
they acting like they've been up for years. Like it's like you ever hear a younger chick try to debate with you about life experience and relationships? Like you see them
Yeah.
young girls debating with
Yesterday,
Kevin Samuels.
she was 22. She was
Is that
22 years old trying to tell me about life experiences.
exactly?
Fellas,
That's a
fellas,
pet peeve of mine. I'm
fellas,
You
like,
still
yo,
went
little
behind the
grandma,
camera?
you're
fellas,
Yeah.
Hold
crazy.
on, hold on, hold on,
Can
hold
I
on.
can I
Yeah.
Hold
ask a
on,
question?
fellas,
hold on.
take a
We gotta
breath,
go to Bay, then we gotta
take a
go to
breath,
Shatter's question.
take a breath. Because I understand we all have those stories, but I'm gonna tell you how you can avoid dating bitches. First and foremost, look how she treat people around her, and I'm gonna tell you
Hmm.
right now, if she's way too nice, you dealing with a bitch. She's
Oh
just
yeah.
trying. She's a sneaky bitch.
She's a
That's a
sneaky
fact.
She's a
bitch.
sneaky bitch, and
Ain't
this
no
and this
fact.
is the thing. Listen, this is the thing that you guys like run around saying
Oh, Oh, it's it's just a a
like traditional femininity.
oh, introduce you to that crazy bitch.
And Charles, everybody went up here already. Let me
Hello,
explain it after Bitter.
hello.
Okay, you got it at the bitter since
Oh,
everybody else spoke.
oh, let me. I
All
was
right,
being pretty.
listen.
Yeah,
See,
sorry.
listen what I'm saying. I'm serious here.
Right.
If she's way too nice, that's a sneaky bitch. These are the chicks that y'all, be complaining about with a conditional femininity. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
this is how
fake.
they root themselves out. They're way too nice and way too accommodating. No,
Yo,
no normal
you
woman
speaking
is
nothing
like
but the
that.
facts.
Number
You speaking
two,
facts. My baby
hold
mother
on,
was
hold
like
on,
that.
don't, let's not go astray. I'm trying to dump info. Number two, look how she treats the people around her outside of you. And especially pay attention to the tone that she uses when she talks to you. Because if you hear a commanding tone, all right, if you hear commanding tone, especially towards you, then you're dealing with a bitch.
Facts.
Do what you
That's the
gotta
bitch
do
at
and
my
bring her
job I was
back.
trying to get. Yo,
Okay.
Facts.
And number three, the third
right.
one, how you know you're dealing with a bitch. If you two get into an argument and she personally attacks you, yeah, that relate. No, dude, exit strategy.
Facts.
Stage left
That's a
quickly,
fact. Word.
quickly.
Fucking facts,
Those
yo.
are the signs. So go ahead. You guys want to say something?
Oh,
Okay, hold
I
on,
wanted to
Nina.
No,
ask.
I was
Hold on,
good.
hold on,
Like,
hold
yo,
on,
you
Nina.
spitting facts on that.
Hold on, Nina.
Oh, let me go. Let me go.
Yeah, hold on. Okay. Yeah, Charles, I want to say this is a good topic, man. And, according to what Josh was talking about, I'll tell you, blame has to come into play with someone, when all fails. When women start to hate you, they start to use other collateral matters against you that nobody else know about
Hmm.
but you and her. So I'm glad y'all started to talk about this to show that, black men in general are not exempt from arrest of child
Hmm.
support or any other situation. Because when you're
Hmm.
out of uniform, and even if you show your credentials, why these motherfuckers cuffing you, they really don't care. I've been in those situations,
They really don't.
you know. And I like what the brother said, Bitter Truth, when he stated, about, Uh, the next level, suing in civil court. And these are the things that black men need to learn. They don't need to just learn child support law or city law, state law. Learn the federal laws. Go to the federal courts because that will override everything. You know, a civil action is totally different, like you said, from a criminal action. You know, in mitigating circumstances. I like those terms he used. And upon reasonable doubt. So it's very important that we learn the laws. We can't fight these bitches without mouth and talking. Go put that tape on them. That's what I like about the man. A lot of people don't like him, but I like him because he's very well versed on paper. So this is a good stream, man, and and again, like I said, everybody know if y'all know y'all getting some good information here. Cash out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to add something to what Better Truth was saying. Two more things you gotta watch out for. I'm gonna get to what I wanted to say. Number three or number four, yo, you gotta be a dudes gotta know how to put their foot down with chicks. I mean, they are some dudes that be so lenient towards just because how highly attractive she is, and he's trying to fuck. Pussy ain't worth it like that. I tell people all the time, and they think I'm capping. No, I will treat a 10 like a 1 if she acts a certain way towards me. And she ain't even became wifey like that. But too many dudes is doing that. Like, yo, she not even on wifey status yet, and you still giving her lenient right away. A female reads that. Soon
Right.
as you
Yep.
let her get away with shit, like, boom, she got you.
If she
That she
rocks
got,
on the inside, she not a 10. I don't care how
yeah.
good she is on the outside. If she is
Oh, and
good, she
also
not a 10.
too, yeah. See how she treats guys that she's not sexual attracted to also too. That shows you what type of
Uh-huh.
heart she has. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Her humility.
You ain't
She already
lying
know.
though.
We already know how she treats dudes she's
This
attracted to, but see how she treats dudes she's not attracted to. If she looks
this
down on them low like that famous scene on Clueless, how the dude came and hugged her and she pushed him
Right.
out the way. Ew, like that. And I like using movie
Right.
reference, but
Right. Right.
Yo,
like,
you
yo, you gotta be
stupid.
aware with chicks
That
like
nigga
that.
flew far
That
as hell,
shows their
bro.
unhumbleness, man. Like, yo.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you one thing about it. Then we're gonna give
Uh
my
huh.
man the number one grinder, aka the dark one. We, you gotta understand this. A woman is in her true femininity when she's not afraid to put herself second and put her man first. Because a lot of times these women have been taught to be men, to go out there and conquer the world. When they didn't really conquer it, they were sheltered within it. When a woman will take you as you are, remember, I've always said this, a woman should love you for who you are, not what you provide. So if you have a couple of $1,000, $1 million or not, what is that? What happens if you can't work? Is that woman still going to be? There's one lady. I just read this little documentary and watched a video. There's a woman who's been married to the same guy for 40, 50 years, never divorced him, still at his side, and the man's been in a coma.
Hmm.
That's some love.
Damn,
It's
yo, for real. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's love.
It's love.
That's like a needle in a haystack.
And see, what women have done currently, they price themselves out of the sexual dating marketplace because they lack empathy and love.
Facts.
It's
I
not me
heard that
saying it out of
yesterday,
hate.
bro.
It's not me saying it out of hate. It's just if you ask me, and you put me on a witness stand to testify, I got to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God. All you worried about is what that man can do for you and not what he's about. Are you willing to be a part of that man's plan? But go ahead, underrated.
I'm gonna say this because I was hearing what y'all was talking about, and I appreciate it. But I'm coming from a place of my late father, and he passed away a little 30 years ago. He was a man's man. He was there for his family, even though there was some difficulty. And and for me, it's that us as men, we gotta stick together, yo. We not together.
Hmm.
We say we together. We not together. We tribe it. We tribe here. We tribe there. I understand. And I'm saying that God wired me as a man, so I'm going to act accordingly as a man, and that's how it is.
That's
What
a
happened to
fact,
that
bro.
brother that killed the family and stuff like that. I hear people say, "Oh, he should have done this. He should have done that," and he lost his life. I'm not saying that their life is precious because it is, and much prayers to them. I am praying for them too.
Right.
I am
Right.
praying for them, no
No
doubt
doubt,
about it.
bro. I
But I
feel
would
sorry
say
for them kids, man, too. You know what I'm
that's what I'm
saying?
saying. And so we got to
Right.
talk about the kids. They lose out on a father and a mother, and then and you hear people
Right.
they don't want to talk about that. And then so for me, it's
I
like
wanted to ask a question about that.
Okay, just let after he finish.
I finished yet. So I would say this that the men out there that's taking care of families, that you're doing the right thing, you keep on doing it. But if you want help, get help. This is it'll make you weak. We got officers charged in here. You know what I'm saying? Ask questions. I'm
Yes,
going
sir.
through things, brother. I don't know what to do. The laws and get to me. I need help. We got to do that. The resources that we have in this space, we got to take advantage of. We cannot listen to other people because how about those resources is not there? What we gonna do there? And I fall back on it.
Okay, share the stuff. Shadow, you still there?
Can I say something? If he's busy.
Cool.
Yeah,
So,
I'm back. Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I was trying to say is that I agreeing with what y'all was saying, and just a couple seconds back, what you were saying about how we starting to see a lot of brothers who I know they mean well, maybe some of them, but then I look at it like I hear brothers that's saying a lot of fervent rhetoric, but then like some of them even admit, well, I don't have no kids and I ain't never been through the court system, and I'm like, bro, be quiet. I ain't saying that you don't have. I ain't saying your words is not important, but brother, if you ain't never seen this shit up close and personal, you do not know what these folk be doing to these brothers.
Right.
And you cannot get out here and be saying this man this man that. We don't know what the hell going on with that man. And I know all black men. I don't know a black man. Well, I know one of them, but I wouldn't classify him as a man. But all black, I don't know one that will fucking abuse his children. I don't know one. So I don't know where that narrative come from, and that's why they was trying to go with it. I heard them saying, well, we don't know if he really abused his children. I'm like, bruh, if he abused his children, that nigga wouldn't be nowhere near a fucking court, nigga. Let's stop the fucking cap.
Nah, cause the kids get a separate. Yo, I've been through this shit, bro. The kids get a separate lawyer. You know what I'm saying? Separate from your child support case, whatever you're going through. And Judge Dre could testify to this because he was trying to explain this shit, but the motherfuckers on the panel was cutting him off every fucking time. Judge said he been through multiple child support cases. I only been through the one with my bitter ex fucking the fucking mother of my kids. They get a separate lawyer. They get a extensive investigation and talk to these kids intensively about what's going on with the father. You know what I'm saying? So if he was abusing his kids, he wouldn't even have them kids in the fucking car. Dead ass. So the first wife or in the girlfriend cohorts that story because they was probably talking on the phone. Oh, say this how you could get more money. This is how you could fuck it up because they had the same fucking story. So to me, you know what I'm saying? My personal opinion, they was talking to each other back and forth, making up a plan, saying that fuck shit.
Hmm.
You know what?
And look,
I have a question. Are you guys going to
And
these?
that's why he went at both of them, because that was what the thing was. One woman in court alleging that you've done something, you know, that's one thing. And then you going through the
Right.
court system and you actually going there, you're doing your visitation supervisor or whatever they may have had him on. But then now you got another woman probably in your house, right? And she's saying, well, the hell with that. Me and old girl, we've been talking, and I'm gonna put the child support on you too. And nigga, if you don't cut me off an extra piece, well, nigga, I might fuck around and say something too and lie. Cause look what
Facts,
look
bro.
what it's doing for her. She's doing great by lying on you. And
Can
you
I
now
ask?
you got a
Hmm.
terrorist living in your damn
Go,
house.
Can
go
I ask
ahead.
a question?
Go ahead.
Are you guys going? I mean, I'm not trying to be accusatory or anything, but I really need to ask: are you guys going to these family court child custody hearings with an attorney located downtown or in a strip mall, or you just showing up by yourself?
Fam,
That's
I was
very
appointed.
important.
I was appointed to one. I was appointed to one. At first, he didn't know me. You know what I'm saying? So he looking at me crazy when he hearing what's going on about all the lies and the allegations that was told on me. But after I got all my paperwork showing how long I've been working since I was 14, my mom always told me to keep all my receipts, even if I'm buying my kid a French fry or a hamburger, nigga. I done kept all my receipts.
Yeah, it's a
Fact.
paper trail to
You know
show
what I'm
what
saying?
you've been and what you've been
So I
doing.
was
Yeah.
appointed to it.
And that's a good skill to have, James, because you got a lot of brothers who
Bank
don't.
statements.
Shit,
Yes,
I paid for one.
They want to
Um,
argue
there you go.
with
He
Damn
you,
near
said he
going
paid
broke
for
doing
his.
that.
and they want to
Yeah,
argue
I
with you about
definitely I also had that problem, but when I was doing it, I just went on here. I seen where it was going, and I was a young brother at the time. I had my first when I was 14. And when I became 18 and I got me a job and things like that, um, I had she said, well, look, just give me $150 every month, and we ain't gotta go through these white folks. So I said, all right, that's cool. I, buying everything for my daughter and stuff like that. She just wanted, some whole support. So I said, all right, I'll give you the whole support of 150. One day, let's just say some the enemies in my town who she was, we wasn't fucking around, pulled up in her car, and I'm like, I'm thinking it's her. I go to the car, like, oh damn, this is my enemies in her car. And I just gave you $150. Enemies is using the gas that I just put in there, and they smoking good and shit. And bitch, you ain't even let me drive the car. I said, you know what? I'm gonna let these white folks go ahead and take this child support out because we might have a situation here.
Right.
So I stopped it at that point. You know what I'm saying, and put myself on child. A lot of people say, man, you stupid putting yourself on child support. I'm like, well, you know what? It wasn't the best situation, but I was able to at least have some
Yeah.
some sanity on myself and have some control over the situation.
That's right.
Right. Let me tell these brothers this real quick, man. Yo, when you break up with your baby moms or girlfriend, man, don't accept the petty pussy, my nigga. Like that shit will fuck you all the way up, nigga. Unless you black pill, red pill, oh fuck all of that though. Unless you a man, nigga. Don't fall for that petty pussy shit, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because that bitch is gonna reel you in. You think you're gonna be back in a relationship because you want to be with your kids. Every man want to be with their kids. Every man want that foundation of being a man, providing provision and all of that good shit. But at the end of the day, my nigga, if you going to courts and getting that pussy, my nigga, it's war, nigga. You gotta stop all things, nigga. See a terrorist, like the other brother said at this point in time. Like he said, you got a terrorist in your fucking house,
that
yeah.
or you going to her house.
restrain orders
Oh,
and all kind of stuff on.
yeah, exactly. And Cedar Wood, who are you, man?
Yeah, I'm just a brother listening. Really had a question is how brothers can really fight against, stupid shit like this. Yeah, that was my main reason for joining up.
Well, the way brothers fight against this is one. I'm gonna give you some. I'm
Especially
gonna
after
give.
you've been,
Do
after
you
you've been like
have you been
convicted.
through stuff like this before?
Unfortunately, I don't want to get into details.
Well, this is a truth panel, bro. We this is what we discuss.
This is, you
You
see the
know,
title, The Journals of a Black Officer's Frustration.
you don't have to give us your name or nothing.
You could
That's
just tell us
too drastic.
what type of, you could just give us a general synopsis of what you went through.
It's still kind of open. That's the main reason why I
Okay,
don't want to
okay.
talk about it.
Can't
Yeah.
really talk, can't legally talk about it. But
Yeah.
the best way to fight against this is one, you come first. I know it's fucked up. I know men are supposed to be these stoic golems and shit, but you come first. If that one thing I learned from the military, if number one ain't right, you can't help two, three, and four. Correct? Don't be afraid to go get your mental health checked, because look what happens if homeboy Mr. Black would have had somebody from the professional mental health said, "Hey, this guy's stressed out. He's going through this fight just to see his kids. We need to help him."
Or if the court
Yeah.
is listening to him, because that's the problem right there. Because if you got nothing but a whole bunch of women that work in those child support offices and women judges, the only thing they're gonna do is tell you a lot of bullshit. And then you have a lot of gynocratic men that probably work in the offices as well, who
Hmm.
think like women. Like you had some in the chat today. So these brothers don't understand. This show really was about law enforcement officers who have been through the same thing that you guys have gone through. So this is a limited edition, and they're still letting us in on the child support situation. Now I know about legal shit, going through things with your wife, but I don't know about child support. But it's just almost the same. I don't have children, but like Shadow said earlier, you gotta, if you don't know something about something, sit back and listen, because, this is a real situation. Don't
That's a
always
fact.
get on the panel fighting just to
Right.
be right.
No, this is one of those places where we come to give knowledge and understanding and respect.
Hmm.
Unless you came to get carried, and niggas will get carried sometimes if you push me that way.
Hmm.
But this the reason why Josh, you got to give credit to Josh and myself came up with this is because Josh said it. He says, "I'm that brother. I'm that same brother. The only thing I had that kept me alive and not killing her and myself was my support system."
Yeah.
You you feel me? Hell, there's times I had to talk to Josh, and he had to calm me down. Leon, Sean, Darn, we had to do this. Ali, we had to do this for each other several times. This is the reason why. Say it, Shatter. What's the motto of this channel?
My brother, my champion, my savior.
Exactly. And I got to link up with Shatter to get the shirts made.
Hey, Charles, let me ask you a question. Well, not really ask you a question. I want to make a comment.
Go ahead.
It is so important, even as law enforcement officers, black law enforcement officers, for you to understand your brother in law enforcement, because you don't know what the next man problem could be. The only thing you see at work is, smiles. And sometimes those smiles could be cover ups. When I worked at the prison system and also at the jail, I saw a dude that I never thought was riding a bike to work with on his fucking uniform, in his uniform. And I told him, I said, man, until you get a car, I will give you a ride every day. And the problem that he had was legal issues with his ex-wife, child support.
Mm.
This brother didn't even have food in his house.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's deep, man.
I mean, think about it.
Oh,
I don't know how hard it hit you when I first said that motto, but that shit hit when it came to me in my brain. I was like, I need something that defines my channel from others. My brother, my champion, my savior. Because the only motherfuckers that's gonna fight hard for you are your brothers who happen to be your champions.
True brotherhood, because yesterday we really found out the real deal. Not to talk against the Black Manosphere, but
Mm-hmm.
we found a
Go
whole lot
ahead.
of
This
shit
is what
out.
we here for.
Hey, we found out a lot of shit yesterday on
Be-
DJ
be-
Cooper's channel, and the
Oh
strength.
yeah, I was there, bro.
Yeah,
I
you
was
was
on the
there.
panel.
Yep,
what
yep.
Yeah,
happened over there?
The
Yeah,
string.
what
I was
happened?
on the
Hold
panel,
on,
man.
hold on, James. Let me say something. And guess
Yeah,
what,
yeah, yeah,
James?
yeah.
That stream has been wiped off because somebody went and complained. Now,
What?
one of y'all leaders called himself of the elites has stated a whole lot of shit that all the way down to the point where his own people were in DJ Kuda chat saying, "Hey man, we didn't know you was like that." He's basically telling them, "Fuck y'all." And then on top of that, all these
Right.
leaders, other content creators that was on the panel, that got a chance to get up there to talk to him. Everything that they had been saying and wanted to say, they kept quiet about and talked about the wrong thing. One of them being Roger Fort, I don't give a fuck. And I talked to Roger too while he was up there, and I said, Roger, now this is the time for you to reveal where did you get the permission to make that list? Roger could not say. I said, Obsidian, do you know who made who do you know about this list? He said, "Oh no, man, I don't even know about this list." He only mentioned three dudes that he knew in the Black Manosphere that in the top elite. And he basically said you have to buy your way into being in the Black Manosphere. So all of you brothers, you need to get on your own program.
That's a fact.
I'm
Cause
gonna
he
I'm gonna
said, "Yo,
well, go ahead. I'm gonna go after you. Go ahead.
yeah, man." He said like this, man. I'm a sharpshooter because I'm from. Well, I listen to Charles and them brothers, Jay Shine and Just Dre. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, you incel dudes, whatever y'all want to call yourselves, man, they using y'all for pawns, man. They know that y'all capping. They be in the clouds or they be in the chat and they listen. They looking at y'all like a money grab because y'all caping for women. So what they gonna do is put out some bullshit and have y'all motherfuckers come to their motherfucking Manosphere Bunny Ranch and use y'all niggas like a cash cow. And motherfuckers gonna use y'all incels. Now it's called incel payments.
Thumbnail.
Incel payment plan.
And he got around,
Fresh and fit.
not
Fresh and
answering
fit.
any questions that I asked him. I kept hitting the main point. I could care less about who's number one on the list. And Roger said that he don't see any other content creators that are creative. And I'm like, dude, you are an unseen God. People need
Right.
to see who the fuck you are. You're giving out information sometimes that may not be accurate, but I still fuck with you. But not on that level of me coming to your channel. So I'm not here to shit on any other brothers, but y'all niggas is out there with these lists and all this clicked up in the groupie world of imagination shit. I'm real. I'm not no phony ass motherfucker, and I
Yeah.
don't fuck with nobody. But I
Yeah. No,
will
but
tell you this. The last thing I'm going to say is that they didn't even mention BGS. Can you believe that?
Wow. That's
You
crazy.
know, and they keep claiming Manosphere. He only mentioned three people. The lead attorney, who should be right here, right now, talking about our issues. He works closely with law enforcement every day. Now, I'm not going to shit on
Right.
the attorney because I've been on the channel. I have talked to him even in person on the phone. But the bigger he gets, the more he stray away from the law. And that's the problem I have. So last thing I'll say is that he said the elites, this is Roxilian word. He said the elites were him, Kevin Samuels, TLA, and maybe one other person. That was it. Oh, Blue Big Nate.
Yeah, yeah. You know he gonna put his ass in. And shouts
see,
out to DS1 for saying that incel payment plan and shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause some other brother was on that panel and they heard when he said that shit. So I don't want to take nobody words and
number
look,
one,
Shit,
I'm,
bro,
I'm, I'm, I'm,
um
I'm,
Obsidian, man.
hold up, hold up. I'm gonna make this statement, and I don't give a fuck who gets mad at it.
right.
How the fuck can you be elite when you never had a fucking person you were in charge of?
Mm,
How can
Hello.
you be an elite and you don't even have a fucking mission statement to say who's in charge? And see, I can understand that it is a liability issue because even I think, and this is my thought, a few people have went home and did some shit and who don't have a strong mind to fuck up their wives, their girlfriends, even a guy committed suicide, dealing with these guys. So you know what? They not want to say who's the leader of the Black Manosphere. Now, the man went and researched it, and they have an actual website. Now, Obsidian say it's not about brotherhood to him or what they stand for. I'm like, okay, so is this insectors? He would not explain it. He would
Well,
not.
you gotta
I wouldn't
understand,
be taking
Nino.
Obsidian's word,
Hold on,
period, at all.
hold on. You gotta understand, Nino. Obsidian has a way about him because he's a 50-year-old guy with no kids. His mindset is different.
Hey, I'm a 50-year-old guy with no kids.
Yeah, me too.
But you're cooler.
But you're
Okay.
cooler.
Yeah,
Obsidian, man, he's like
But
Obsidian. He's like that guy
but
that's
but let me
still.
put it to you this way. Here's the difference between your 50 and his 50, and I like Obsidian. You know what? You and Underrated know where y'all stand in the world. Y'all been around beautiful women. It phase you not. Beauty is not everything to you because you had it before, correct?
Yeah,
correct.
you know,
Correct.
just like
Bingo.
dudes are tripping on that new chick, the light skinned chick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Brittany Renner.
I'm like, no, hell no.
Oh, what about
And I'm
was
like,
she a YouTuber?
I'm like, yo,
Getting on
just
that
like
bitch.
chill out. Like, why don't you actually listen to what she's saying because she's talking about her experience. She's genuine, but because dudes are they feel so betrayed by what's her name, Jessica X, who is nothing but a fucking fat white girl over in England using some black girl's picture that she found. I mean, come on, man. The
You got to
voice
think
gives
about
it
that.
away. I don't
You're
know
right.
why niggas really think that that's some black chick overseas. I mean, the voice tells you flat out that that's a fat white chick.
You know what,
But
babe?
anyway,
I don't want to interrupt you,
go ahead.
but there's one thing I know about women. Not one pretty woman in the world is never gonna spare time not to show her face.
That's for sure, for sure.
Oh no,
That's
that's fine. And I mean, if that's what. Matter of fact, Melanie King, she's on
Yeah, I was
right
just about to
now.
say that
She's on a
too. Yeah,
live show
Melanie
right
King.
now. But
Yes.
I mean, I can't lie. She's an attractive woman, but that shit don't phase me. I've been in the fucking, modeling, fashion, glamour business since '99.
Facts, bro.
I'm unfazed. Like, yeah, I see that
You
you're
can make a
pretty, but
motherfucker look good,
where's
can't
your mind? Can you act? Can you sing? Do you have any talent? Are you intelligent? Those are the things that I look for.
And you know what? I'm glad you said that because I try to tell brothers like, yo, man, stop glorifying over pretty females. Yes, we want to fuck them. Yes, I do. But if they cross a line, you can't give them too much leniency like that, man.
But
Like,
right.
remember, I should do that shit in my past.
Let
And
me
I
finish
realized
my
how about
point.
that fucked me up even worse because now what? I'm putting them on high pedestals too much. I'm on a level right now. Like, you know what? I don't care how beautiful it is. I'll treat your ass like a one.
See, he,
No
he's
problem.
speaking. See, he's speaking of it,
Word.
from a standpoint of like I'm in the fashion business. See, I don't look at you because motherfuckers have told you you're beautiful all day long. I look at you because of your features and your silhouette. See, and that's the problem. See, men that don't understand that, they're looking at all of the shit as what man would say the identifiers, the goddamn hair, the makeup. When that shit comes off, that's when a bitch get really real with you. She put that shit on. She get into character with that costume.
If she look,
I
no,
tell
if
dudes all
in
the
makeup, I'm
time.
gonna tell you right now, in makeup, if she's an 8, she's really a 6.
Yeah, I tell dudes all the
Mm-hmm.
time. You gotta be aware of the Medusa pussy, man. Like I said, what the
Yeah.
Medusa did? She lured dudes
That's
in
what
with
I.
her looks,
Niggas
and then
be
she
That's
turned
starstruck
into
with
facts.
the
that true
pussy.
demon when it got close. Looked at her and turned their asses to stone.
Yup. That little
The most
bitch, and that
beautiful, the
Medusa
Exactly.
bitch.
most,
Jay.
the most
Facts.
beautiful women you'll ever see is a 6, a 5, or a 6 that is down for you. A
Right.
beautiful woman
There we
because
go.
I've been around. I've been around. Josh is my witness. He's seen some of my girls.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for that, Tampa Supreme. But we trying to really figure out, if it's just
I'm gonna leave that up here for a
what
minute.
what
I'm
is
gonna
the
leave this shit up here for a minute.
what is the what is the motto, Charles? What is your motto? We might just need to go by this.
Woo, my
But
brothers.
wait,
I
wait,
want
wait,
y'all.
wait,
Look.
wait.
I
Hold
need
on. Hold
every
on a second.
motherfucker.
Charles, I wanted to finish my point because it was
Oh,
leading
go
to
ahead.
what you
Go
were
ahead.
saying.
Then I'm gonna answer Nino.
Reading what you were saying. What the difference between he and I is that from what you're saying, I'm so used to being around, chicks of various degrees of beauty
Yes,
that
like you
I'm
want to
not.
rate it. You
I
want
don't
to
think
rate
of
it or not
myself as a
rule by that.
playboy. You
Mhm.
know, I'm not trying to be a playboy. I'm not a ladies' man. You know, I'm not talking about bending chicks over my couch and all of that shit. I mean, that's locker room
Right.
talk. That's vulgar. You know,
But
I mean,
the but
come
but but
on.
but, but the sad thing about it, there are brothers still listen to it right now for all
Yeah.
these years. That's the sad thing about it. I mean, they it could be some brothers could say, that's not good, and I know probably some brothers, most likely brothers probably say that. But I'm just saying that we don't check on each other, man. We don't, yo, man. Come on, man. This
Yo,
is not
that's a
the
fact.
way. We don't go and say, nah, man. Come on, man. You talking about it? Come on, man. Come on now.
Yo,
That ain't
when I
right.
lost my father, bro, nobody checked on me, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then, yo, I'm about to say some black pill shit. Fuck it.
Go
Know what I
ahead.
mean? Call me the motherfucking Joker, right? Yeah, I lost my father, right? Yeah, she went to the funeral home with me and all of that. And guess what happened after that? Yo, she lost her mother a week later. The bitch called me at 2 o'clock in the morning talking about she lost her mother and wanted me to come over there and console her ass. Knowing that she already had a man, maybe that nigga probably was busy, didn't pick up the motherfucking phone. You know what I'm saying? Gonna ask me to
You
come
were
over.
plan B.
I said no. Matter of fact, I didn't even answer the motherfucking phone because I did see her number and shit and her name popped up. Nigga, I ain't even go, nigga. I let the motherfucking phone ring, nigga.
Yo,
That's
James,
how
she
I
probably
told.
wanted yo, James, she probably wanted you to do you. She wanted you to do her like Halle Berry in Monsters Ball. When
Yo,
her
yeah,
husband
yo,
got
that's my
executed, her
favorite.
son died.
Cause I know me, I would have went over there. I ain't gonna. I'm gonna talk about my L's for all the men and all the
We
young
all been there,
future
brother.
dudes who gonna listen to this content. I'm gonna keep it real. If I would have went over there and consoled her ass and fucked her ass, I would have been back in motherfucking scent mode. No, dead ass. I
Nah,
would have
we
been
been
back in
there,
scent
man.
mode because in back in my mind, I want my kids. Every man do. Every man want that relationship back. But I said, you know what? I'm gonna keep my ass in the crib. I see a number, nigga. I threw on some music. You know what I'm saying? I heard probably Charles or Angry Man went live at the time. I was like, thank you, God. Yo, let me listen to this motherfucking content and let her deal with her shit in her own way. You feel me?
You know
Like
what you
that
just
ass,
did?
bro.
You know what you just did? You practiced discipline.
There we go. There we
Ah,
go.
I like that. I
exactly.
like that.
See, I didn't know the word for it, bro.
Woo!
Dead ass. I ain't know the word for it, but dick
Discipline.
discipline. And a lot of guys need to start using dick discipline.
Mm-hmm. Dick discipline gets you out of a lot of shit.
I tell
You're not a man until you can resist pussy.
exactly. That's the true power of a man. You know what? Knowing how to turn down women, especially them high attractive ones.
Yeah,
And the
and
ones
just
that
be like,
didn't find you attractive, but now you know what? They try to play you like, nah, I ain't fucking with you no more.
nah,
You
you
see how
gotta
the
come back
devil come up in
if you
there?
want me
Hey, like
if
that. Hey, Charles, that's like that Borg. Remember what the Borg would say? The Borg Queen says resistance is futile.
Yep.
and you know what one time I had a boy
I
queen
like
tell me
that.
that shit. She said resistance is futile. Then I said futility is also a fucking is also a virtue
Word.
because
Hey, hey, Charles.
I'm gonna tell you one thing about it because I will resist. I'm the ultimate goddamn survivor, and I love it. I fucking love it. You know why?
Why?
Because I'm not judged by the dollars in my pocket. Because guess what? When it comes to money, easier come, easier go.
That's right.
Me and
Charles,
Josh give each other. Me and Josh borrow so much money from each other. We ought to have a savings of fucking loans.
let me ask you something, Charles. What were you gonna say about this, about Calvin Spring?
I'm gonna be like this because what he said was some shit. And see, this is the reason why I don't make the content good, even sort of,
Word.
kind of. Sometimes I do, but y'all the ones who make it great.
Thank you, man. No, yo, because I
Because
remember when you said, "Give me your strong." What's your other saying, child? Because you got two of them, real quick. You said, once I found my
yeah,
faith, then I
this is the
found my
one.
spirituality.
When see, you gotta understand something. Like Bay, that's why me and Bay get along so well
Mm-hmm.
because I've been around the spaces where Bay was, like Sankofa on up there by 25th Street. Bookstores and African stores like that, like he and his father were having. See, I believe in the concept of when I was looking for God, when I was looking for myself, I found God. And when I looked for myself, when I was looking for God, I found myself. Because that's spirituality. You're supposed to see the God in you and everyone else.
I like that.
And you're supposed to see the devil in others.
As well as in yourself.
And what's
As
the
well
other
as
one
in
you say,
yourself.
Charles? Give
Because
me a
human
stronger
beings
back.
because human beings live in duality. And here's another thing I've learned from my wrestling coach. Yeah, you got to. I'm a duality. I'm a devil and an angel. I'm a god and a demon. And also, like the one BGS always loves. This is an old Russian saying that my coach told me. Don't pray to God for a lighter burden. Pray to God for a stronger back. I want you to think about that.
Say it again for the ones in the back, Charles.
Don't pray to God for a lighter burden. Pray to God for a stronger back. You want your shit to look like a goddamn Christmas tree when he's finished. See, you want to put in that work. Oh, Josh even had tattooed Psalms 110 verses
Matter of
1.
fact, hold on. I can turn my camera on right now real quick and show y'all that. I don't know if you can see it.
Yep.
Psalms
110, and that shit got people through a lot of times, and I quote, "And the Lord said to my Lord, sit at my right hand until I make your enemies your footstools."
That's right.
And how many times was it true? See,
every time. Shit.
Every time.
I'd like to ask a question, Charles, and everybody on the panel. Think about it like this. Do you think that man would have had that same reaction had he been in spaces specifically like ours? I ain't gonna speak on everybody else, but I'm talking about specifically like ours because we are not advocating for violence at any point.
Oh, I want to answer that.
If he would have been here, he could have been able to hear that message. My brother, my champion, my savior. We're gonna work with you.
And I want everybody in the chat to type that in because that's the fucking motto over here. Hopefully it becomes the Black Manosphere motto, which it should. But I'm gonna say it again. Repeat after me. My brother, my champion,
my
savior. I want you. This is everybody's homework. What's the definition of a goddamn brother? What's the definition of a champion? And what's the definition of a goddamn savior?
That'll be the next stream.
And that will be next stream. And I'm looking for fucking papers and shit extra credit if you can fucking make me say woo. and I look at that because everybody knows I'm a big He-Man fan and Thundercats fan. What is He-Man called by the sorceress?
The most powerful man in the universe.
No, he's the most powerful man in the universe, but she's also her what? Her champion. The defender. The one who's the best of us to defend us. The representative. The realm. Think about that. When your moniker is the most powerful man in the universe, that's a hell of a moniker, isn't it? Yes, remember, that was a woman who gave him that title because that woman believed in him. See how it's interconnected?
That's right. That's why they trying to change the shit up now, bro, because it was too real.
See how it was interconnected? When he invoked the name of his ancestor, King Grayskull, he got godlike powers. He got godlike strength, speed, durability, godlike wisdom.
And that's true. Charles, think about it like this here.
And look what was his faithful companion? Was what? Battle Cat. See, the craziest part about it was that Battle Cat was afraid, but he wasn't a coward. There's a difference. What is it? I walk in the shadow of the valley of death, but I what? Say it all together now. No, y'all gotta say that shit together. Y'all can do better than that.
Fear no
evil. I'm not gonna lie to you. Josh will tell you. When you're a cop, there are some situations that will have the fucking hair grow back on your bald ass head, come out and fall the fuck out because it's so scary. But you still gotta take. But you still gotta walk.
That's
still
how I
got to
felt during the
endure.
riots. You didn't know what the fuck was going to happen next, nigga. We had Molotovs thrown at us and all types of shit.
Damn.
But you got to take that walk because you know you got to be somebody else's champion who can't defend themselves. What if that was a kid trapped in a what if that was a kid trapped in a fucking house and they throwing Molotovs? That kid can't defend themselves. You gotta do it for them.
You gotta go in, bro. I mean, and that's why I was saying too about when you was talking about evoking the name of grade school, right? When we lose people, family, friends, or otherwise, and you know they had some serious shit to say, and maybe they was killed because they had some serious shit to say, or maybe they was just killed because unnecessary whatever, or was they time. They don't ever die until you don't remember and put out what the words that they had were so poignant to you. They still live. And then there's power in their words because you still speaking and they gone. But you speak that knowledge. And they still live. And their power will carry in their words.
And Heathen's Range, thank you for the $20 cash. Not the cash app, super chat. Woo! See, the reason why, to answer your question, if the brother came to this channel, there is no way. I'm going to tell you, one time I was going to stop doing this shit forever because I didn't think I was getting the support that I was getting. Right. So you get an email that somebody says, Officer Faulkner, you saved my life. Think about that. Woo. You saved my life.
I was there. I was on the chat. The bro put it in the chat right now. I mean, when the bro was talking about his situation, the other bro put it in the chat. He said, "Yo, man, you saved my life, man." That's right. And I was on that panel, bro. Like, to keep it funky, man, I've been through the same fucking situation, bro. Like with my peoples and shit, man. Like, I understand the frustration when you give people the tools and the knowledge, and then like they just don't listen because now you're not in the household no more. Now the mother is letting the fucking child run amok because you only get the child whatever your visitation rights is every 2 weeks, whatever, right? How the fuck can you? She in school 8 hours a day, listen to her friends. Then she come home, listen to her mother. The mother letting her run amok. Then you gotta untrain her Saturday and Sunday, and then go back home Monday.
And I forgot about this too.
That bullshit out of her head.
I forgot about this too. Shout out to Ghost Masterson for the $5 super chat. He said, "Excellent conversation. I respectfully feel." Yeah, you got a lot of background noise. You might have to turn your headphones down. Excellent conversation. I respectfully feel. Oh shit. Let me see if I can find his. Damn it! Where the hell did it go?
You know what I'm saying? Then I lost my niece, Charles. Man, my niece was stabbed over 10 times, bro.
God damn, man.
And she got a fucking daughter, yo. Her girlfriend killed her, bro.
My condolences.
So now I gotta like look out for her daughter.
My condolences on that shit. God damn, that's some heavy shit. God
my niece was 21.
Hey, Charles, I want to say something, bro.
Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
Go ahead, AO.
Charles, I want to say something. Gentlemen, fellas, people in the chat, panel, much respect. Charles, you know I love you. Bro, you saved my life, fam. I'm going to give you your flowers, bro. You know you saved my life. Man, I spend more time with my kid than I ever have since this. Man, took a drive. We got a nails done again. Been taking it to a therapy. Bro, it's been hard. But I'm just hanging in there, and I'm hanging in there.
That's all. That's all she asked you to do.
Man, this man that's running this show, man, this is 100% a real live USDA grade A, ADOS American hero. When y'all see that man, wherever he at, man, y'all give that man a hug. Y'all shake that man's hand, y'all salute that man. This man not only look out for his kid and everybody in that raggedy ass town he live in called Baltimore. He's a superhero. He look out for people. He damn near 10, 15 states away, my nigga. He take time. He real. And it's something else y'all boys need to know. Quit, negotiate, with concubine terrorists. We've all been guilty of it. But you gotta wake up one day and say, hey, I'm tired of the bullshit. And I ain't gonna negotiate with no more concubine terrorists. Like Josh said earlier, man, all they wanna do is spread eagle so you can shoot up their ovaries and quit being the motherfucking club, habitual club, shooter up abuser, goddammit. Just walking in there with your Uzi, knocking the lining at that goddamn club over. This is why we in the positions we in. Pull that, all you motherfuckers pull that game weaker than a song, bitch. I'm gonna be a man and tell you. Cause that's why you're in the position you're in. So don't ever scream your pull-out game great to nail woman. Cause you know you're a habitual club ovary shooter up killer. Don't make no sense.
Look, he like
we
the
got
punter.
to stop this
He's like
shit.
the punter that don't want to make the tackle.
Yeah.
Man,
Facts.
wanna milk the cow, but don't want to buy the motherfucker. All right, I got a serious question. Other than me, how many of you brothers on this panel been married or are married?
I was married.
Okay, I figured it out. Zero. I'm the only one who been married not once, but twice. I married the same chick twice, homeboys. Let me hear it. Let me tell you something. Woo. Man, this shit that y'all been talking about, oh man, I experienced it to infinity and beyond and fold. It can't get no higher. So everything Josh was screaming, man, I seen it in that form of fashion with 15 times t-shirts to wear, man. So the man ain't lying, man. And that dude, everybody want to talk bad about what that dude did. That dude was pushed to the limits by them goddamn women. He had no fucking choice. You fuck with this man's mind, you fuck with this man's heart, you fuck with this man's money. God damn it.
Right.
Them are 3 out of 4 reasons a nigga gets shot in Texas. That's 3 out of 4 reasons a motherfucker gets shot in Texas. And these hoes did this, but everybody want to go, oh, he's a monster. He shot them ladies. How can he do that? Them goddamn witches knew what they were fucking doing. And I'm probably here to tell you, 99.999%, them hoes probably conspired to do that shit. Because he was a radiologist making good goddamn pay. More than them flat-backing ass bitches that ever see.
Hey, and I'm going to tell you something like this, too. Hey, AL, check this out.
Doubt, man.
Check this out, AL. Now, we look at all the situations that all these brothers coming in. I had to go ahead and tell Brother Charles as well, brother. If it wasn't for you, man, and the balanced head and what you be speaking on, man, especially, and a lot of the brothers, AL, you too, bro. I be hearing what you be talking about with your daughter. Man, me and my daughter had a real spat, man. And it was because mostly of women, and I can say my family included. I can't just put it all on the baby mama and her family. I say some of my family members, women included, made a problem where it was for me and my daughter. And I literally had to take stock, bro, and say to my, because she's 21 now. So she grown.
That got democracy within your family. Her family was running a roadblock against you and using your daughter. I'm going through it, fam. I already know. But speak your shit, my nigga. Speak your shit.
I got after I heard it was a stream Pacific. I can't remember which one it was. And I may not even been on the panel that night. But I called my daughter and she got that iPhone thing where she that do not disturb where people just, how people do. And I just kept calling her that night. And then she still wouldn't answer the phone. Now, I fucked around and said, okay, I cashed out her some money. Listen to me now. I'm telling you, God honest facts. She hit me back. It wasn't that damn night. It was about 2-3 days later. And she said, what's up, Daddy? And I explained to her how, no, I'm not going to sit up here and get on this phone and talk about your mama because I already know what you know, and I ain't trying to down your mama because I know you love your mama. But here we go. Yeah, she getting the child support check. Yeah, she ain't giving you none of it. Yeah, she is. You 21. We sending you to school. I'm paying for it. And she still ain't sending you none of the money. Don't even worry about it. I'm going to take care of you. Whatever you need, you tell me. And guess what? You go get your job. As long as you still in school, I'm going to help you out and do whatever it need to be. Don't worry about her giving you no money. Your daddy is here. And when I told her that, don't you know, our relationship blossomed into a thing that I could never have ever imagined, man. And I have to say, through that stream, man, it was a positive thing. And AL, I feel you, and you right. And Charles, I appreciate you for that.
I gotta tell everybody, thank you for the kind words because this.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go into detail yet, but these last 2 weeks, Josh, you know why, have been rough. I mean,
Yeah.
being in a fucking corner, fighting your way out the goddamn octagon, body shots, uppercuts to the jaw, some knees to the groin, leg kicks, feeling like cinder blocks hit your thighs, type rough.
Welcome
When you
to
get-
my life, young buck. Welcome to
Oh,
my
yeah.
life.
And I'm gonna tell you,
Man,
and
same
I'm gonna tell
here,
you,
bro. I'm with
I'm gonna
you,
tell
man.
you.
I'm with all you brothers.
And that's why I love cartoons and anime. I swear to God, I
Right.
find more reverence and fellowship on these streams than I do with actual religious studies in church. And
Woo!
My Hero Academia said it best: when it's darkest, that's when your light shines the brightest.
That's right.
See, it's
Facts.
kind of, you know what I wish. See, nobody has ever said this since we found out about this horrible, tragic incident. Nobody would have said, and this is the first time you're going to hear it today. What the fuck would you have told that guy when he was thinking about killing his girlfriend and his wife and his ex-wife? I would have told him.
Trust me,
I
I
would
would
have.
have told him. I've been there. I was inches away from doing what you want to do, bro. Bro, man, think about your grandparents and whether they're here, they gone. Think about the love that you did have, who instilled some love in you, and take a breath. Think about the kids you made. All right, I know you want to do this. I know you want to do this. I done told Charles how I felt about shit like this. Man, I wanted to go ham on my own family when I found out what happened to my child behind the gynocracy and the stupid ass way my ex-wife was moving, fam. I'm talking about real shit. I've been there, fam.
Man,
If you
you
do
know what
this,
I would have told him,
ain't no
AL?
coming
You know what I
back.
would have told him, AL?
No coming back. Charles saved me. He counseled me. That's why I love him and I thank him. But I would tell him that, man, hold up, screw already. We understand. You don't think you not the only black man in this world walking this motherfucking plank. Because we have been scorned and just put in this position where, oh, y'all just gonna take it. Y'all been taking it. This is all y'all know. No, motherfucker, it's a
You know
new
what I
day.
would've
We
told
ain't
him,
gotta
AL?
take this. We own these dicks. They don't own them. We free agents. We can take them where they want, where we want to.
Hey.
They do not own it. And remember that. But you just can't be fucking shooting up the clubs, man. Quit shooting up the
Hey,
clubs.
hey, look, you know what I would have told him, AL? You know what I would have told him? You know what I would have told him? I would have said, look, man, he a $200,000 man, so we already know you got PTO and UTO, right? He the guy said, hey, bro, how much PTO you got? If you got 2 weeks of PTO, go on, take your 2 weeks. Hey, bro, go on, pull you out in your truck, or go on, get you a plane ticket to a nice sunny destination. He's in Baltimore. I know it's kind of cold up there. Man, go on, get you some down in Tallahassee or in Miami or the Keys, and just go down there for 2 weeks. Don't talk to nobody.
Oh yeah.
Just chill and come and do whatever you feel. Okay, and then come back and let me know if you still feel that same way once you get on that plane and get away from this evil, man, and come back with a fresh head.
See,
And this is the point of this space. This is what really being Red Pill is about. The manosphere. We teach people what it really is, so we could pass down resources and help and everything. And you know, as much the media try to badmouth us so much and try to shut us down, and because we got some extremists on in this space also too. We the ones that actually giving out the right information. We working hard to weigh them out so we could get brothers like this brother, the man that went through a situation that he went through. He was looking for help.
Facts.
You know,
Right,
if someone
that's
had him
right.
over here,
Right.
yeah,
you know,
he would have
you know,
saved them.
I'm
And
gonna
them
tell you.
kids, and probably them two X's also too.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you what, because Elongo Savage, the Macho Man, said it best. A brother. That man needed a brother. And what's the definition of a brother? A male associate, fellow member of an organization. Even Cameron backed him up and said, A brother can also be a trusted confidant and a companion. Don't you think he needed that? Cameron even put the definition: a champion is a person who fights or argues for a cause on someone else's behalf.
What? Say it again, dog.
A, a champion, a person
They
who
didn't hear you
fights.
in the back pews. They did not fucking hear you.
A champion, a person who fights or argues for a cause or on behalf of someone else.
When
Right. He
nobody
doesn't
can
say
speak
getting
up for
emotional
themselves
and all this shit when they say, well, he's emotional. No, that definition doesn't say emotions at all. It says simply arguing on behalf of someone else. Is that not honorable?
Bless you.
Yeah,
Yes.
when your brother can't speak up for himself, I think you should step in if it means anything to you. Because all of us don't arrive at the same time. Even if we've been married for millions of years, it's some shit that you'll always learn new from other brothers who've been in the same situation. But I want to reel the conversation back into law enforcement. Brothers
And
going
I'm
through
gonna
their
read
thing.
this last part, then we're gonna reel it back. Elongo said, a savior, a person who saves someone or something, especially a country or cause, from danger, and one who was regarded with the veneration of a religious figure.
Now, that's what I was going to get at, dog. Now,
Did
like I
did
said,
you
even
just say
guys,
that, Charles?
even guys,
Did you
even
just say
guys
that?
that are in,
Yeah.
hold up. Even guys that are in the military go through these same things, and they are still considered officers because you know you got bitches still trying to do the child support thing against them, and they're still, and they're supposed to be getting some kind of benefit.
Oh yeah, once you married in the military, I've seen women would marry a brother, and I try to get to the brother, but the gynocracy had already got him. It was three of them on him, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna just get married." And I had already been through it, so I'm like, "Hey man, once you get married, then you get your extra benefit and your kids and this and that." And I know who the chick was. I'm trying to, but he ain't nobody to me, just a young brother. And I said, man, watch out for that. He went to Florida. He got deployed out of Florida some type of way. And I think she had on-base housing. Soon as she got on-base housing, as soon as that man got deployed, she flew right back to Houston, boy, and she was at the club even harder. And I told him, don't do it for that. Don't do it, bro, because, see, they going to use you in the military so easy. Them Dear John letters, Jody, that shit is real.
And see, people don't understand this. People like, why do you like Superman so much? If you looked at All-Star Superman, it was one scene in the 80 plus years of Superman that defined him. He's the most human out of everybody. He was making this serum to try to make another Superman, trying to cure the world's diseases before he dies. He was talking to Lois and heard a young lady trying to get on the phone with her psychiatrist. She didn't understand the psychiatrist wasn't in the office and was stuck in traffic. So the young girl decided to take herself up to the top of a building. And she was a mere footstep away from taking her own life. And you know what Superman did? He flew up there and grabbed her and talked to her, counseled her. He said it was true. Your counselor was stuck in traffic. But you know what he said? You're a lot stronger than what you think. Think about that one scene. See, that one scene is his defining moment of a character. And somebody give me the definition of character, because we're lacking that in the Black Manosphere as well.
If there's a such thing.
Yeah, that's a whole
After
fact, man.
After
Yo, know what it is? Character for convenience.
Oh, say that shit again, please.
Say it again.
Say it again, please.
Character for convenience. That's what they all about.
And see, when you give time, because there's brothers who got my cell phone and call me. Truth, AL, Nino, of course Josh. And there's brothers who got my number and they're going through some shit. Sometimes just talking to a person keeps them off the edge. Sometimes you gotta be like Superman
Right.
and just grab that individual and say, you know, it's gonna get better. Nobody grabbed that guy and said it's gonna get better. This
No.
guy had to make a testimony of his sin that he can never take back.
I got the
And look-
definition right here, Charles.
Go ahead.
It says character, plural noun characters, the quality of being individual in an interesting or unusual way. Also, strength and originality in a person's nature, a person's good reputation, the mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual, the distinct nature of something.
Mm.
A
Damn.
written
And
statement of someone's good quality and a recommendation, or a person in a play, novel, or movie.
exactly.
Yeah, and it
And I'm
sounds
looking
like
at
it can be bad.
exactly. I'm looking at the one scene when the girl's about to take her life.
Right.
Superman said, "Your doctor really did get held up in traffic, Reagan. It's never as bad as it seems. You're much stronger than you think. Trust me." And then he just hugs her. But yet, would you rather read about that Superman, or would you rather read about the LGBT Superman?
I didn't even look at that bullshit. I don't. I retcon that. That's retcon. And I would like to ask you, not saying that because we on DC now. Did you
Yep.
see Batman?
Yeah,
Okay. Did you see that trailer for the Batman?
yeah.
Now, what do you think about that?
I'll tell you in a minute. What were you saying, Nino?
No, I'm saying, what's behind that part?
That's
What made them do that?
cash grab.
Cash grab. That's it. They did that to Wonder Woman also now too.
They're cash
Diana
grab.
from a different multiverse, but
There's no cash to grab if nobody buys that shit.
But
that's
see,
where-
that's
shout
the
out to
problem.
the SJWs and stuff.
But
Nah,
that's the
even-
problem.
They
That's
don't
the
buy
problem.
that shit.
That's the problem.
Yeah, even Alphabet community complaining so much because it's all this pandering, but
Look at the Rotten
publicity
Tomatoes.
behind it is still getting them money.
But let me say
Yeah,
something.
but look, Rotten Tomatoes. Think about it. Look here, you're right. With the Rotten Tomatoes, Nino, check this out too. If you doing movies and stuff like that, so you should understand this as well. Okay, now the Rotten Tomatoes I would say pre 2018 was a real good bellwether for whether a movie was good or not. Now, me personally, if I like the movie, I'm gonna watch it myself. I ain't gonna take no reviews and then just not watch it because someone else on the internet who don't have, the foresight of what I'm seeing in it to even speak on it. Because Siskel and Ebert is dead, and there's no such thing as that no more. So you better watch it yourself. So I look at it like how they doing it now. Back then it was good. If it was a Rotten Tomato, if it was 80% rotten, you know that it was bad. Now they got these movies like you were just saying. What is the reason of putting the LGBT Superman, LGBT Wonder Woman? Because they getting paid and they're artificially propping these things up. Also doing the budgets for the movies to do it and paying these people to do it. And then when people don't go and watch it, they inflate. After 2018, they start inflating it. So good movies who had a good, let's say, a male protagonist, okay, and had a good female protagonist. Because back in the days, it was what? You had the protagonist, you had your antagonist, you got your plot, your setting, okay, and then you got the theme, and you have the love interest. So now they done took the love interest and made it the whole damn movie.
Mm-hmm. Think about it. You never had. You know why Man of Steel is a classic to me? Because Man of Steel was a story that every man can relate to. It's a man trying to find his destiny. Am I my father's child by birth, or am I father's child by who raised me?
And you know what? Man of Steel was the best. And now if you go back to the what's his name, Christopher Reeve, okay, when he played it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Christopher Reeve, they never demasculated him.
No.
Never.
Hell no, they couldn't do that.
No. As a matter of
No
fact,
way.
Christopher Reeves was very particular about that role.
Hell
So
yeah.
was Henry Cavill. He's like, if I'm gonna do Superman, I'm gonna do a conflicted Superman. People talk about, well, this the Man of Steel Superman is too brooding. Of course he's going to be brooding because he's a man of steel. He's the man of tomorrow. He's dealing with the issues of tomorrow today. Think about it. You got to deal with what if Superman would have saw the brother walking out his house and heard him, I'm about to kill this woman. I'm about to kill this woman. Heard him trying to break
He
into the
got
woman's house.
Facebook and he got Instagram now because he's Superman of the new generation. So he's
Yeah.
got the
So
full
imagine he's got super hearing. He's hearing this man crowbarring his way into the woman, and he grabs him. He's like, "What you doing, brother, man? I'm tired. She's gonna keep me awake. No, 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 no. There's always tomorrow."
You know what I'm going to do, Charles? I'm going to.
I would have taken to the Florida Keys immediately and say, "Nigga, you stay here for 2 weeks. I got your PTO already set up."
Yep.
I'm going to put myself in the mood to start at the 1978 Man of Steel
Christopher
Superman.
Reeve.
Yeah, and watch it all the way up to see what differs and why they're doing the new shit. You know what I'm saying? Like what Shadow just said. He said that, you're not gonna watch something just because everybody else don't like it. If you're a storyteller, I mean it's your right. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. But money wins out every time. And that's what's going on right now.
But one thing I want to mention with Christopher Reeve, I remember an interview he did when he was doing Superman, and they asked him an important question: "What's the most important thing about playing Superman?" He says, "You gotta be a friend.
Can you say that shit again? Can
Friend
you
of the
say that
people.
shit? Can you say that shit again, man?
He gotta be a friend."
Boy, that's
The
a deep
important part of
shit.
Superman that he has to be a friend.
He has to be a friend. Think about it. I'm gonna tell you what Superman is. Every boy went through this shit. When you're being bullied by a couple of kids and they throw your ass in the dirt, everybody's been through that. Everybody took an L. But you know what? The one thing that makes you a better person, that makes you happy, when your big brother, your favorite cousin, or your father comes to the goddamn rescue, what you gonna say? We good. We good. We good. That's a damn good feeling, isn't it?
Yeah, or either automatically.
Yeah, it is. It is. But a lot of people, what we're here now. What do we hear? We hear, oh, if I got my ass, whooped or something, my family, insert name here, would whoop me and tell me to go back out there and fight them niggas by myself until I come back. Now, there's some relevance to that, but what I'm saying, like what you just said, fuck that. When Superman show up,
Oh, we good.
yeah, all that shit finna be
What
eliminated. I ain't even sitting up
what
here
the-
trying to
Hell
fight
yeah,
you,
that shit
dog.
out the window.
But
Yeah.
you know what though? Let me say this, and then I'm about to get off here because I got some stuff to do. But Charles,
Yes,
the
sir.
thing is, it's just that even when all of your buddies show up, and you fuck with them, whether somebody you look up to or they look up to you or whatever, the strongest man in your group show up. It's like, oh, my brothers are here now.
My brother. Why do you
Yeah.
think? My brother, my champion, my savior.
And
That's
look, and it's
exactly how you
one-on-one.
feel,
And
don't
it's
you?
one-on-one, and he's
Hell
there
yeah.
only to make sure that it's one-on-one.
One. Yeah, and he's
Because-
standing there.
Right?
Think about it. I remember one time, my nephew was like, a little light skinned with dreads at the time. He was like ninth grade, and some boy was like, "Oh, well, I'm gonna get my brother's gun, and I'm gonna shoot you because he's mad because he's playing basketball and the girls like him." I said, "Oh, he's gonna do that." So I put every gun in my car, and I just sat by the door. I said, "Look, we're Faulkners. We like to fight, but if the first person pull out a gun or knife, they're dead."
That's
Think
a
about
fact,
that.
man.
That's why I'm
Yeah,
here.
and yo, man, I got a picture up with me and my brother, man. I was a nerdy kid growing up, but these are the things that I couldn't say when I was going outside because it was a different type of temperament. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like having skateboards, having video games,
Not being free to be
loving
your
wrestling.
goddamn self, loving pro
Yeah,
wrestling,
not
loving
being
video
myself.
games.
Yeah, and
You
these
know, the fun
fucking
shit.
kids wanna pick on me, trying to jump me when I'm going to the store. And this Puerto Rican kid, man, my best friend, my same box brother, look white, man. He look white as snow, but he's Puerto Rican, man. And like, yo, y'all not about to touch this dude. Then I'm going to school, and these two other kids trying to punk me and telling my mother that I'm punking them. So we got, when I come outside, I got with a group of kids, and man, we seen them two dudes at the freaking swimming pool, freaking recreation center. And man, listen, man, we broke into the dude locker, took all his shit. Nigga probably had to walk in his shorts, but fuck it. And that was a turning point in my life when I found a brotherhood, man.
Right. And because that's what it is, bro. Because when you by yourself, right? When you by yourself, brother, that's like Charles just said. That brother felt like he was by himself.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But
Feel
what
yeah,
me? And a man can get very dangerous when he feels that way.
yeah,
yeah.
as we can see. Think about it. You know, one of the proudest moments, and thank you everybody for your kind words that y'all said about me moments ago.
No doubt.
It hitches me to my black ass heart. It touches me, and it really does. It motivates me more.
Limousines, jet plane.
Limousines and jet flying, boy. Taller than leap over a tall building in a single bound, baby.
You
It's
already know.
funny because when officers, the greatest compliment an officer could give another officer is when there's four or five people in a car. You're either gonna do two things. You're either gonna say you're gonna ask for backup. Your backup comes out the car. Two things are gonna happen. You're either gonna ask for more backup because you know that motherfucker ain't gonna bust a grape, or you're gonna say we're good.
Right?
You ought to be the guy that says, "Man," he said, "I remember I had 15 people stopped at the corner, and I saw you coming out the car with your nightstick spinning." He like, "Man, we good." He said, "We
I ain't
good."
even gotta put it on the radio. I'm like, we good.
He said, "We good." It's like when you got Thor or Superman. Those guys are classified when your superhero needs a superhero. That type of level. like
Right.
you saw how Thor was killing shit in Infinity War when he got Stormbreaker.
Right.
Like
Yep.
that, what did Oracle say when he came back to life in the Netflix Masters of the Universe when Adam got his sword back and he saw the lightning? He said, "You boys are in for it now." He said, "We good now."
You know
Hey,
what?
what's the
In
definition
Marvel,
of
there have been two great intros, and
Avengers?
both of them belong to Thor.
Yeah,
Both of them belong to Thor. The one in Infinity War and the one in Thor Ragnarok.
yeah.
What's the definition of avengement? Avengers. The real Avengers. Like avengement.
Avenging to
Yeah,
take.
what's the definition
Come
for that?
on, we gotta get. Hey, my boy Alongo, he's gonna look it up.
Already. He probably on that right
Yeah,
now.
I saw that logo had that one up there. Shit, yeah. Hey, look, that character is a motherfucker, dog. That character,
Yeah,
it
that
goes
character.
like 4, 5, 6 different ways, like, and it all means the same.
Shout out to Creation Muse, FYI, and the new He-Man. The first He-Man was shown to be a black man, which is King Grayskull, by the way. There was a lineage of He-Man after him. For those without backup, it had to turn into Popeye over time and work out. I'm gonna tell you, it was something when you saw. I do like the fact that they made King Grayskull black, but
Yeah, they got mad about that. I saw that because I be fucking with the comics too, and I be on I won't say their name here, but let's just say one of the main ones who got your boy really mad up there on Twitter.
yeah,
You know who I'm talking about.
yeah,
And look, I seen them. They was mad about Grayskull being black, and I keep my eyes on Rotten Tomatoes and these bro, especially for shit that I watch. And I'm like, why are they so mad that Grayskull was black? If the original man was black, that doesn't. Yeah, they ain't heard nothing. Hell, we already know that.
Guess what? King Grayskull's about 1,000 to 5,000 years before Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's what
when
I'm
you
saying.
saw
Like,
him get
why
mad
are they
saying
mad? I
that-
can see the
when you
hatred
saw
of
him get
that.
mad saying
But
that,
then
he
I saw the
was like, and
LGBT thing coming in, and that's
Right.
why I had a disagreement with it. But at least they did do that for Grayskull. I have to give them that.
Yeah,
And people wonder why I use Dennis Hagar's picture
yeah,
because he played God in Lucifer.
yeah. And that was brilliant. And he also played King Grayskull. He's the man everywhere he goes. That's the
why
ultimate.
when they said that Me Too stuff on Morgan Freeman, I never believed it.
Yeah, I said, look, when I look, I keep telling people one day I'm gonna look at the esoteric things y'all didn't pick up in cartoons. Like I've always said this part when it came to She-Ra. I know Bay knows this, so I'm gonna ask him. Who's Ra?
You mean the sun god?
Yeah.
That's the sun god, right?
Yeah.
Why do you think they call her She-Ra? Because when she invokes the power of Grayskull, she becomes a god.
She has to invoke the
The
power.
power. Remember her?
Ancestor.
Yeah, and remember, she doesn't say by the power of Grayskull. She says for the
honor.
honor of Grayskull, and this is the part that I tell women. Women are supposed to honor the power of their men. Y'all don't hear me though. Y'all don't hear me though.
Because if we take it away,
Hey,
then
say it
what are they
again.
left with?
Say it again for the.
I want Bay, before I say it again, I want Bay to break it down what he was about to say.
I said because if we take it away, what are they left with?
Nothing.
Yeah,
Remember.
you're vulnerable. You're vulnerable to attack. You're vulnerable to the dregs of society. But the thing is that they've openly chosen the dregs of society.
Exactly. Remember what Adam says, by, meaning by his power, by his ancestors' power, by the power of the universe, by the power of God himself. In which he says, for the honor. I've told you once and I told you many of times.
Evocation.
Invocation. She says for the honor. See, the men protect the physical, the men protect the physical and the mental. The women protect the spiritual and the emotional. Y'all get what I'm saying?
Ooh. Say that again, you.
See, the men protect the mental and the physical. The women protect the spiritual and the emotional. That's why women are the masters or the mistresses of the unseen. That's the reason why she says for the honor. Because she has to honor her family. She has to honor.
Honor thou father.
She has to honor even her brother. She has to honor him. That's why she was even. Why do you think she was given the title of literally, when you break her name down, female goddess, female god, which is a goddess. Even if you look on Death Battle and they tell you what her abilities are, she has godlike strength, like her brother. She's the defender of the honor. Remember, a woman's job is to protect the honor, the image, and the specificities of that man. That if somebody says, "Oh, your man, all he likes to do is read comic books," you know what she's supposed to do? She's supposed to get a pack of comic books and hand it right to him and kiss him on the cheek and look right at that bitch.
Exactly.
That's
Because
right.
she
and look, and
because
she don't do that. The real chick don't do that. You know what I mean? Because she's with the honor. Because she like, you know what? These comic books pay the bills around here.
Yeah.
And that's what my man like. So nigga, fuck what you talking about.
Exactly.
And remember this, I'm gonna give you a real life person who protected the honor of their man. Coretta Scott King, anybody?
Yup. And got the late Dr. Betty Shabazz.
Yes. Anybody? Did you hear them speaking ill of their husbands?
Oh yeah,
Malcolm X
Brother Charles, I got one.
Never, yo. I'm reading. I just got.
Hold on, one
done
at a time.
reading,
Go ahead,
like,
underrated. Hold on,
Yeah.
underrated. Then who's next after underrated?
There is one, the late great Adam Clay Powell. Hazel Scott was married. Then when they got divorced, she said not one word about that. And the grandmother said, "Look, whatever happens in house stays in house. You should bad mouth the man in public. Wherever it is,
Oh, I'm sorry.
You
I
know
want to
who's
name
in
one
the-
woman too, also too, real quick.
Go ahead.
Our favorite, Zahara Ali. She
Oh,
never
there you
spoke
go.
any negativity about her husbands. She
Never.
was married
I've
a couple
never
times,
heard.
but she spoke positive on all of them.
Yep. And I'm gonna give you another person. Thankful, and I'm thankful that the verses gave her flowers. Stephanie Mills. You probably like, what do you mean, Stephanie Mills? One, Stephanie Mills, even though we knew that Shaka Khan was under the influence of also alcohol and other substances, and she was a good sport helping her along. But Remember that time when white boys were talking shit about Michael Jackson
Mhm.
while he was dead?
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, I remember
She
that.
I was
stuck
gonna
up for
say she
Mike.
I didn't
defended
like
him
that
like
at all.
crazy.
And
That-
other
That
brothers,
was the date too. Yeah.
other brothers too. And I'm
Yep.
like, no, I don't like that.
Yep.
Defended him like crazy.
Remember what the Bay underrated. Shatter, Pookie, Josh, AL. Does that sound, James? Does that sound like a motherfucker that honors men, black men?
Who?
Stephanie Mills when she stuck up for Mike.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Emphatically, though.
You know,
Think
that's
about.
why that's what I was trying to tell bruh last night
This
after you
Oprah.
left. I'm
Who
like,
is bigger, Oprah or Stephanie?
it's not the majority of black women that's out here talking this shit that you're hearing on the internet. It's just a loud vocal minority.
Yeah, it's the one who can't get a man.
Right, and those
Yep.
chicks that in all honesty that are talking that shit, first and foremost, they don't like you. And secondly, they shouldn't even be on your radar when it comes to dating options. So
Exactly.
why
That's
are
a
you
fact,
worried
bro.
about this shit?
But
And
see,
those
you got
women should
some
be the
of them get up
prototype
here,
of
like you
what
said,
high
the
standard
local
value women's
minority.
are. The women's that y'all disdain. That should be
Yeah.
the archetype of what a woman are. You know what I'm saying? Like real
Yeah.
shit,
But
bro.
look, the vocal minority, you hear them come up here. Like that one woman, Charles, when he was on Chaos Junk, and she came through somewhere else. And look, when she came up there and she was talking about that, and she talking about, oh, well, I'm married. When you ask her, where your husband at? We don't even want to talk to you. Bring your
Right.
husband out. Let him answer that
That
question.
shocked the shit out of her, didn't it?
You talking about that lady? You talking about the lady BGS put on the place?
Yeah. I
That
just told a
lead
chick
attorney?
that yesterday, bro, on the
Yeah.
panel. Like,
That's
where
crazy. Psycho
where
chick,
is your
man.
husband's at so we can hear their story? And then
Yeah.
I told this other top hyena, and I don't care to mention her name. Fuck it. I told China White, and many dudes cape for her ass. She's talking about this brother shit to me. I told her flat out, you're not my sisters. Stop calling me your fucking brother. You're not my brother. I mean, I'm not your brother. You know what I'm saying? Like flat out.
I've always said you gotta prove brotherhood to me. You gotta prove sisterhood to me.
And some dudes
Right.
are scared
You
to
got-
tell
you
these
gotta
ladies
have-
this
you gotta
over the
put some-
internet. So I know you're not doing this in your fucking real life. You don't know how to put women's like that in check, bro.
You gotta
You got-
put women like that in check because I'm gonna tell you, just like when the girl came, it's almost a case study. Charles, we might have to break that video down off of Chaos because you can see when she first came up. Okay,
Yeah.
you see she was acting all cool, similar to what TLA, that little broad that came up, I think was on his, and then started talking shit.
And
I'm
shout out
like,
to Jay Will for the super chat. When I became an adult, I found out I had more in common with Anakin Skywalker. Jesus, right?
oh man, Anakin, his story is crazy, right? And James Earl Jones, right, was his daddy, right?
Yeah.
But then they
Well-
changed him to a white man because they would fuck so many white people heads up if they saw that the real mask behind the man, the voice,
Was a white guy.
yeah,
Was a
yeah,
black guy.
was a black man. You know,
James Earl Jones was Anakin's daddy.
No, like he was the daddy of
Oh.
Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
They and this is the reason why one day I'm gonna take Bay and we're gonna, or anybody who wants to join the panel, we gonna look at the esoteric things we find in these shows. Like you got to think about it. Even when you look at Thundercats,
Ooh, I know where you going, Charles.
the Eye of Thunder is just the Eye of Ra. You know. And he puts the sword, he puts the eye right there at the pineal gland, and what does he say? Sword of Omens, give me what?
Sight beyond sight.
Word.
And it's crazy because I've always said this: people teach you your own shit, and they just disguise it.
Mm-hmm.
flip it
Every
over.
day.
And I believe religion is
go ahead,
just
bro.
like that, Charles.
One of the important things that Lionel, when he learned about how to become manhood, so he could become king. The anointment, the anointment trials.
The anointment trials was the Magnum Carter of the Thundercats to me, because you had to realize that one, Just because Snarf said it best to him. Just because you're the hereditary Lord of the Thundercats doesn't mean you're the respected Lord of the Thundercats.
Right, there we go. And brothers need to listen. Yo, man, I just got done listening to Karis One, right? When he was breaking down the word nigger, right? And he said Niger was a god, an Ethiopian god, yo. So they took that and made it nigger, you know what I'm saying, to be disrespectful to the god of Ethiopia, man. All you gotta do is just type in when Karis One was breaking all of that down, bro. Like I had to listen to it a few times and I still don't get it. So y'all need to know all of these, like Batman, Superman, Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? There are gods, but the other side of the fence took that and made it something else, bro.
Notice every time you see a god in African studies, there's always a female companion.
Yep.
That man always had a weapon, a spear, an axe, a sword, a club. The woman always had what? A vessel. You are supposed to be the carrier of life. Notice what I said, the carrier. Because we know where the life starts. It starts with the man's seed. You're just the incubator. We're the life bringer. Not saying women's roles are less than ours. Didn't say that. It's just that women, because of these feminist studies, have overplayed themselves. What's the point of what did the Bible say? What's the point of gaining the world and losing your soul? A lot of people don't understand that concept. This is what feminism has given these women. We gave you the jobs, but you can't get a man. We gave you the jobs, but you can't get your children. We gave you independence, but you can't get any respect.
Hell, we gave you the money and you're still broke.
Exactly. All you gotta do is give a woman what she wants and watch the shit crumble. That's all you gotta do. And I'm not a hater of women. I'm not a hater of women. Once again, people, I'm not a hater of women.
Charles, that's because they're consumers. They're the greatest consumers of mankind. All they do is want to consume and spend money, consume and spend money, and they don't care whose fucking money it is. By
They're
any means
locusts.
necessary is their motto.
They're
Yeah, they like
locusts.
fucking locusts, correct. Yep, and you know what they did. You know when he laid the locusts out amongst the land, you see how they played through. I mean, demolished. That's what they like.
They're
And I love
locusts.
Heat, man. What he say? Man, always pack a bag so you can leave in 60 seconds or 60 minutes. I think you guys know that analogy right there, man. Because once, see, we lose ourselves. Because trust me, I was an asshole growing up. Straight asshole, selfish
A New
bastard. But once
Yorker
I
being
got,
an asshole? No.
yeah, I was with my ex for 18 years, bro. 18 years. No, I did not marry her ass. Because she was a freaking nurse. She was a freaking nurse. I put her ass to school to go to one of the best colleges up here in Rochester for nursing, right? And she wanted me to change my name to her fucking name because she didn't want to go
What?
down there
Oh,
and
hell
do a.
no!
You know what I told her?
She
I
bugging.
said, "Hell, motherfucking no, I'm not doing that shit." In the back of her mind, she knew that she couldn't control my ass. So you
What
know what
kind
I'm
of dope
saying?
was she
Like real
smoking?
shit. So all of this shit build up, bro. But I didn't see the signs until I came into these spaces. Now that I look back up on it, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Like real shit, bro.
She was
Hey
trying to rule
Charles,
over you,
Yes,
man.
sir.
speaking of young black brothers that's putting things out, who is underreported, in the back chat I just shout out. These boys here got the HBO Max special, man. Some brothers out of Chicago, man, Southside.
Mm,
The name of the show is called Southside. Bro, if you
okay.
haven't watched it, and it's got to do with law enforcement
Mm.
and hood action. I'm gonna just say that from
I'm gonna.
real
I'm,
Negroes out of the South Side. I
I'm gonna.
just posted the trailer in the private chat.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that trailer. Tell me, are you not entertained? But they ain't. I don't see no Netflix promotion. I don't see no HBO promotion of them. All I see is that drama shit and that bullshit. These young black brothers got 2 seasons. They trying to get that third season rolling. Bro, I swear, this show here, everybody case study. The woman, okay, it's two cops, right? One from like Fox River, Fox Valley, that's like in Chicago, like the suburbs, right? But he come to the city to do his police work. But
Which sounds like a lot of people.
right, okay. And then the woman, she from Southside, okay, she's his number 2, right? Allegedly. But she's like number 1. Like her weave game, like I know these niggas on the manosphere shit. Because her weave every time, like bro, she basically stole the weave from like the black woman who was playing on, they got the Chicago, the PD, the FD, and the
Yeah.
Mercy, the Chicago, that show on ABC or whatever. They got the actual person from there, and then she stole this bitch $10,000 weave. Bro, this bitch got different weave in every episode. I'm talking about $100,000 weave. This
Mm. I'm gonna tell you. Like I'm gonna answer this. Too many women. Wonder Woman. No man needed out there. See, Wonder Woman always needed a man, but she just complimented everybody well in the Justice League. See, a woman is the ultimate complimentary, and that's where they
she a
lack.
compliment, and to the point where some of them compliments gonna lead into tips.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, bro, Charles, I gotta go because I gotta get ready to do my thing in a few minutes.
Oh yeah.
But,
Oh yeah. Shout your joint out in case anybody's new here.
well, my former chat, well, Honorary Talks will be back, but my secondary channel is No One Grind and Real Talk. Just go check me out. I do man show. I do everything. So just check me out. I'll be on about another 10 minutes. And support the channel. Support this channel.
Thank you again.
Put your link in the chat, bro.
I can't because I'm not blue.
Oh shit. Let me just write something and I'll make you blue for this one.
All right. Hold on.
Oh, you mean you got a wrench?
Yeah, he got a wrench under his other name.
Oh, okay. Charles, what you think about the new Matrix? It's gonna come out.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh, I'm feeling it's gonna be a disappointment. That trailer ain't looking.
I didn't like how they was making Neo take the blue pill. It was like a whole, like they've been watching the
You
space.
good now? I just made you a moderator.
Like they made him take the blue pill. Now I know they might flip that once I see it, but I'm waiting. I ain't gonna give my full Rotten Tomatoes on it now. But I didn't like the trailer where they made him take the blue pill. Like he was like fucking. Like now he's like Cypher now. That's still
True.
showing like fuck. He gonna take the blue pill too. But I know they're gonna have some fuckery with that. But I flipped the game on this year. What do you think about King Richard?
Oh, that was a classic.
Man, I love that movie, bro. I don't see what Jada, and I saw her name as a production credit on this movie, and I'm like, how dare you a week before it dropped, come out there talking about Will ain't fucking you right, and you got 2 kids by bitch, stop it.
Yo, the level of disrespect with that shit.
Yeah, bro.
And look what Joe said in the trailer. They said it was her turn. Why does it always got to be a woman's turn? Y'all trying to make all the damn women the heroes. Like y'all bitches.
It's like it's affirmative action or some shit.
It's like y'all bitches had Wonder Woman for 75 fucking years. The fuck's wrong with you? Well, men never gave us a hero. Yes, they did. Dr. Wilson, William Marston created Wonder Woman and the lie detector.
Hell, matter of fact, did anybody ever see Columbiana?
Exactly.
Oh, I forgot about that movie.
Shit,
We for-
Resident Evil.
What about
Right.
for all
I
you
mean,
geeks,
they're
for
Underworld.
all you geeks, right? You like me, I forgot that Red Sonja been in the comics for like goddamn 40, 50 years and had a movie. Think about it. They had a Red Sonja movie before Captain America, before Iron Man. Well, the ones that
Shit,
counted
even
anyway.
Tank Girl got a movie before all of them,
And
and that
Tank
shit wasn't even good.
and Tank Girl was a '90s comic book.
Uh,
What about see? You never hear about it, but have you ever noticed that they always want you to fucking psych up their heroes, and women don't even support their own? Hey, we
Bro,
gave you
where's
these.
the Bishop and Cable movie? Bishop and Cable. I make. I'm gonna
Yeah.
sit up here and say it right now. Bishop and that bullshit X-Men where they had Bishop and Cable on. No, that's bullshit. I'm talking about the Bishop and Cable we know from the comics and the goddamn X-Men cartoon.
Shout out to
Okay,
Fox.
man, that nigga was coming through in time with them weapons and was like literally going up against thousands of Sentinels by himself, putting Xavier and the X-Men on game, one man, and they was trying to kill him.
Yeah, and he was putting in work. I said, I said to a lot of people, I said, look, it's so funny how you want us to create the heroes, but you shit on ours. Like when we make female characters, we make them beautiful because this is how we love to look at women, is beauty. So, well, she's too this, she's too perfect. Okay, bitch, you complaining about Barbie, but we have to look up the Superman and He-Man. Get the fuck out of here. And it's like there's nothing ever that's gonna make sense or be good enough for a lot of these broads. So, if you're a good man, why try? Why try? I know a couple of people getting excited for Spider-Man. And Truth, you still there?
Bruh. Yeah, man. The
I
theater,
gotta
bro,
go
the
though.
theater is sold
I gotta
out.
run my father to the VA hospital
Bro,
in the
the
morning.
theater
See
is
if he
sold
got
out for the next
prostate
2 weeks
cancer or
straight,
not.
Charles.
Oh
Every
shit!
showing.
Hold on, Truth. What were you saying, Bay?
I was saying I gotta go. I gotta run my father to the VA hospital in the morning. See if he got
Oh,
prostate cancer or not.
oh man.
They believe he
Oh
does. He
man,
has all
damn.
the signs of it, but
I hope. Oh, I hope he
Yeah,
gets better,
man.
man. My bad.
Take
My
care of
bad,
Bob,
bro.
man, he's
man.
not gonna get
Uh,
better. He's
Yeah,
74
same
Damn,
here,
years
man.
bro,
old,
man.
and he's not
Don't
getting
say
better.
that,
My
man.
uncle got
Don't say
stage
that.
4, man. Stage
Nah,
4
he can get
cancer.
better, bro. He can get better.
Yeah,
Don't
I've
man.
say
seen
that,
Same
some
here,
man.
stuff
bro.
happen.
Don't talk like
I've
that, bro.
seen
Don't
stuff
talk
happen
like
with
that.
80-year-old people with stage 3 come back. Don't ever say that.
Mm.
Put the good
I,
Give
word.
him a
I, I,
moment. Give it some time. Give it some
I
medical
think y'all
care.
need to. I understand that, but I think y'all need to take a breath and read my temperature. This is pretty much. I mean, he's tired of living, and I
Oh,
completely understand that.
So you
So
basically
he's not
need your
coming
P.
back from this if that's what he has because he's ready to go.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
And I've
But look,
made
you
my
just
peace with
gotta,
it
but
years
look,
ago.
you gotta still be that voice though. You gotta be like, hey man, worry about this shit because believe it or not, a lot of time people die because they don't have that word, man. The body and the mind is a powerful thing. It can bring you down or it can bring you up, no matter what the situation may be.
Yeah. But definitely, we're gonna keep your father in our prayers. Whichever way it goes, hopefully it's painless. Hopefully he'll
Yeah,
yeah,
just.
I
man.
mean that looks to be the case, you know. But all right, y'all, let me get out of here. I gotta go to bed.
Always a pleasure, man.
All right, peace
All
out.
right then, Bay.
Salute.
Peace, y'all.
But yeah, Charles, but about Spider Man, yeah, man. For the next 2 weeks, bro, we're gonna be packed, bro. Every theater, every showing, sold out.
Hmm.
yo, I'm going to see that on Thursday, and I have not been this hyped for a movie since Endgame.
It's dropping. I think.
I can't wait to see this shit, yo.
So like Jamie Foxx, I saw it right today. I actually looked at
Hmm.
the trailer and I see they got him going like back in time with Doctor Strange, right?
Hmm.
Okay, so now he going back in time and coming back and forth, dealing with Hobgoblin, with Jamie Foxx, and all the rest of them. And I'm like, I seen Jamie's part, and it looked like, uh, you know what I'm saying? To me, I don't know because I ain't seen it, but it looked like it was a lot of CGI on Jamie. I'm like, did Jamie actually show up and do the movie?
Uh oh. Uh oh. Wait a
What?
minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Somebody needs attention. Oh man. Ugly bitches have nothing to be happy about.
Hey, yo, man, hold on, man. Sometimes in life, right? sometimes, man, an ugly bitch treats you right, man. Cause
So,
yo, when them niggas was at the Million Man March, no disrespect, I love my brothers, but I was with an ugly bitch. I just wanted to cut the I just wanted to cut the tension real quick, right? And to the
The
brother, you
Hey,
know
tension.
look,
how I
I
am. I'm a
remember
funny
that Z
motherfucker,
man.
man. I don't know
no,
why,
it's not
Brother.
even
bro.
tension. I just said, man, I don't even know where that came from with the ugly bitches. So I'm just like, ah,
Yeah,
damn.
man. Yo, man, to keep it so real with you, man, ugly bitches treated me so good in my life, but I couldn't be with them
Bruh.
because of my friends. But me back on looking on it, man, I
Oh,
should have
so
kept
so
me an ugly bitch.
so
So
what? So
what
what you try
happened
to?
was,
So what you try to say, man? You try to tell me that ugly bitches are like mopeds. They're fun to ride, but don't let your friends catch you on one.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man.
I
I
mean,
had this
ugly.
one ugly bitch. Man, she had some of the best wedding in the world. I ain't
I
gonna
mean,
cap. And she
ugly.
knew how to cook,
See, the
mind
most
her
dangerous
business,
woman.
manage.
I'm gonna tell you, the most dangerous woman in the world
this nigga.
is a woman with a four face and a non-body. Jesus
Fact,
Christ.
fact. See, nigga, see, she child understand the nigga, man.
That shit used
A
to fuck me
nigga,
up.
you know what I
I
mean?
mean, that shit
Negro.
used to fuck me up. See, it's not
Right,
always the pretty bitches that got the best bodies. It's the fours who wear like a lot of clothing or they got like these big
yeah.
flowy shits going. As soon as they take off their clothes, you like, God damn.
Just like Derrick Jackson wife. Yo, when she
You
had
know?
all them clothes on, motherfuckers talking about she don't got no body. I said in the comic section, I said she got a body underneath them clothes. And
Oh,
once she put on that red dress, motherfuckers done changed their damn mind about
they be
her,
like, you
man.
now you see why Jackson married her. Be like, shit. Like,
The
I was
Matrix.
like, I already knew.
I seen a chick one time, man. I was messing with this one chick. She was a four with a non-body.
Right.
She took off her clothes. Like, you ever seen a pair of titties that look so good you can only describe them as being ripe?
Oh man, did I? Nah. Yeah, one time. I ain't gonna
And
cap.
then
One
and then
time.
she had no waist. I mean, hourglass waist, hips and
Yeah.
ass. And her nails were done. You know, she a four is not necessarily ugly, but it's not like she's slightly not average or she's in
Right.
average. And it's like, God damn. And she's bending and she's walking out the shower. You like, God damn. Like,
Yeah,
girl,
man. I
your
had that
body's like
one.
natural. Your body's like natural Viagra. What the fuck?
Yo, Charles, I had that one time, right? I'm a teenager, you know what I'm saying? I was getting some head in my mom's basement. Why did my niece who passed away open the damn door? She was about what, 8 at the time? Some shit. She opened the door. My ex, well, at the time, she came downstairs and seen me getting some head by her, man. I was like, holy camole. She beat the bitch ass every time she seen her and made the bitch move.
Mm.
The
Yeah.
She
bitch
must have
moved to
had you.
another state.
She must have had your fucking. She must have sucked you to the kneecap. God damn.
Man, I'm talking about to the kneecaps, pretty toes, pretty titties, brown skin, nigga. I was in love, nigga. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh
Yo,
man,
Charles, you
yeah,
know what's funny? We was just talking about that shit earlier. When I just tell you about
yeah,
that bitch I was fucking a couple of years ago, and
yeah.
like her ass was in the shape of a fucking U, but that pussy was so good.
Like yo, like motherfuckers be like, damn, a lot of fours and threes be giving the best joints, and then you be like,
Man,
yo,
you ain't lying, man.
she give you head so good, your fucking eyes go to the tie dye. Like,
Nigga,
oh,
Now
she
that I
gave me
think
that gawk
about it,
gawk
fours and
5000,
threes had me
nigga.
do a lot of
Hey,
walking
look,
in
when
my
you
teen
get 10 now,
years,
you know
man. I
you
was
got some
doing a lot of
flow.
walking and catching calves, man,
See,
for a
that's
lot of fours.
nighttime.
I was doing a
That's
lot of
all I'm
walking and
saying.
catching calves before.
I'm
Man,
gonna
I
tell
ain't
you
gonna
what,
even
I'm
cap.
not gonna lie to you. When I was a teenager, young 20s. Man, I used to walk like Quad Chain Kane to some pussy, man. I used to have my book bag looking like Kung Fu the Legend Continues, man.
They know what they doing, man. Motherfuckers be like, damn, I'm about to, man, it's cold outside. Niggas is still cold.
A four is what you would call below average. They're not necessarily ugly,
Right.
but they're not cute either. So they're
Right.
below
But
average.
they damn sure serve their purpose in the bedroom. I
Oh
ain't gonna
my
hold you.
lord, do they ever?
I mean,
That
see,
that that Gawk Gawk 5000.
when you got a four face and a non-body in the bedroom, that shit's like Olympic fucking. Like,
Right.
you ever fucking you out of breath and you just gotta take a. You look like a
Oh
football
hell
player.
yeah.
You look like a football player after playing too many too many hurry up snaps.
Man, when you can remember your forest name, you know they got some good wedding, man. I'm talking about older for those, bow legged
It's
and both legs
it's
with
so
a
bad.
fat ass.
It's so bad when
Man,
you
what
have a
the fuck?
it's so bad when you have a fucking four with a non-body and y'all fucking. You know, it's so intense. You have to have a cut team with you. Yeah.
Like, nah, for real, bro. Like, literally, I had a Nigerian chick, bro. Like, her name, I couldn't even pronounce it.
Hey, is everything good?
Yeah, something just popped off. I was like, damn, did this shit just fall off or what?
I don't even know what the hell. We still got 41 watching, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, I was
Shit.
hoping that your shit still held it on the screen.
I was like, you like me. Y'all actually like me. Oh my god. No audio.
Hey, bro, you gotta watch that Southside trailer, bro. Like, these dudes here, whoever they is, bro, they literally is. If they ain't been watching Manosphere content, bro, like, I swear to God, the woman police officer, like I tell you, the black dude, like they got him on like these questionable stuff, bro. You gotta watch it because they with the shits, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't see why they ain't getting like full, but I guess that's why they ain't getting it. But they had the brother he got in trouble for misidentifying a brother on the Gold Coast. He arrested a white man because he thought he was black in the Gold Coast. So he lost his city job on that side of town, and then they put him in another district over on the south side. Like, so where he like the Fox Valley super suburban all the way brother, and he's got a black wife. Check this out. And then he's got a white adopted son. Nigga, these niggas with the shit. Bro, you have to watch it. I'm telling you, it's one of the funniest black shows. They with the shits. They part of the game, bro. So we gotta boost up brothers that's really doing it.
Yeah,
I said,
I mean, we got a lot of talented people in the manosphere, and
yeah,
we need to treat it as such.
yeah, bro. I watched that, bro. You know how like you a binge watch something, but maybe it's like something that you watched back in the days. You got enough time, you a binge watch that motherfucker because it's so good, right? But this is a new show with brothers running at the helm. Okay, they had just the woman officer as the number two in
Mm-hmm.
the car, where she becomes number one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then look, her weave and nails, like you could tell they with the shits, bro. I'm telling you, they got whoever made that show that like she even stole the woman who was on Chicago PD wig that was worth $10,000. And she's like got these different wigs and these weaves, and they like really making fun of her, but she's like really on. She's like the boss weave bitch. Bro, that show right there. If you watch it, dog, I swear, man, if you don't fucking laugh your ass off and damn near binge watch the motherfucker, nigga, I'll cash up you $20 right fucking now. Anybody on it?
God damn.
I put that on it, bro. Like if you just watch the trailer ain't even nothing, but it'll give you introduction. But bro, if you watch that bitch, you wouldn't be able to stop it. HBO Max, bro. Them niggas got a contract too. Feel me?
Yep. Oh shit. Let me see what it goes. Try to put that up on full screen.
Yeah, make sure you go back to the beginning.
Alright. Can y'all hear it?
This is Chicago, and this is Chicago's newest side
Yes.
hustle.
Yeah, I get it.
Everybody settle down, bruh. I'm gonna need you to either pick that afro all the way out or pat it all the way down. I don't want to see it in the middle, okay?
According to our records, you're in possession of one of our microwaves. I ain't got no microwave. Then how'd you make that thing?
Hey,
Don't let these uniforms fool y'all. I'm from here, okay? I just want to assure you, we're not here to beat anyone today.
Case by case.
Case by case.
On the south side. Venture capital. Venture capital. My way is better because we're taking people's money on an adventure.
Ooh, he is too cute. I'll be right back. I got to get mines, and I gotta go get this dick.
Okay, officer, go get that dick.
Excuse me.
Respect the logo, bitch. I'm sorry, man. My brother's a bitch.
I don't have to participate in every stupid ass Chicago tradition. That's like saying you hate deep dish pizza. It's lasagna with crust.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Southside premieres this July on Comedy Central.
God is good. Somebody told me I was gonna get a blessing this week.
This is Chicago, and this is Chicago's.
You know it's fucked up. I've seen many female officers do that.
Bro, I swear she's all the tropes built into one. Bro, if you watch that bitch from season 1 to season 2, when that bitch bought a trap house, oh man. Bro, these niggas with the shits, I'm telling you. They with the shit. She done bought the trap house. She fucking damn niggas who selling all dope.
But just me and Josh can tell you, we knew a couple of bitches like that. Matter of fact, one was in my academy class.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Niggas don't even be know. I'm like, them niggas in the know. Cause I'm watching and I know the areas because I used to be inside. And I'm like, yeah, that's legitimate. To the point where they was like down the street from where I used to stay at on 85th and Damon and 76. I'm like, I know these niggas from the hood. Like Inglewood, man, them niggas went everywhere. Like Kennedy King College, you know what I'm saying? And like when he graduated, the first thing is he's graduating from Kennedy King. He's a brother. Okay, he got 3 different baby mamas or whatever. And then he's like, shit, trying to graduate and shit. His baby mama's looking like you was talking about. Like their face be, you know, like, you know what I'm saying, but the body be like that. He's like, damn, yeah, damn, nigga. Like he was in court for the child support. You see all his baby mamas on one side. Bro, this shit funny, man. I swear to God, bro. Them niggas gotta be on some manifest shit, bro. Cause I swear, there's no way that show is not got more likes, man, because they on HBO Max, they on Comedy Central. I saw them like, bro, I'm from Chicago too. At a certain extent, I'm listening to the people. I'm in Chi. I don't even hear nobody in Chi talking about it. This is one of the funniest shows that I've ever seen in my damn life. I binge watched that shit, Charles. I will tell you, for about 2 seasons, man, and that shit had me dying to the last one.
I like them black cultural shows that only comedy that black people could feel. I mean, shit. A lot of kids back in the day don't know the impact of Martin.
Man, what? That Martin, you was gonna be watching Martin when Martin came on.
You know, god damn it. Like grandma died. Okay, we can wait after Martin. Shit,
Right.
Yo, and them jokes still hold up to this day.
The other one that used to come on after Martin was Queen Latifah.
Living Single.
Oh, Living Single?
Okay, now see, that came on after Martin. And Tashina Arnold can say what you want to say about Martin. Bitch, if you was getting me too, you should have stopped the show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe that.
Mm-hmm. But they were fucking, right?
Yeah, Tisha Campbell full of shit.
And full of head too. Even though I ain't gonna lie, I better been fucking Pam. I'm like, Pam, I know I call you a booger. I know you called you a booger wolf, but can you come fix this light bulb with me in the bedroom, please?
He said, "Man, I call you BDB."
Man, I call you.
Hey, but look, I ain't hear nothing about that on Comedy Hype about how Martin really wasn't even doing that. All I heard was, allegations. And I'm
See,
like,
that's why I don't even bother with Comedy Hype, yo, because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Comedy Hype is the devil.
Yeah, Comedy Hype
is,
is so
bro.
garbage. As soon as they brought them females on that shit, Comedy
Man,
Hype
that's
was never
who in
the same.
charge of it, bro. That's who in charge. No, they've been in charge of it, nigga.
Them fucking dykes with Undertaker hats on. Anybody want to see them?
I'm gonna tell you.
He said dykes with Undertaker hats. Comical.
Now they topics is one thing, but when I seen when they let Pierre up there,
Pierre's
it's
a fool,
all the way
yo.
left now.
Yeah, Pierre's a fucking moron, man. That's why Kwame Brown threatened to whoop his ass.
Bro, but see, look, that nigga, Kwame wasn't even saying nothing to that nigga. That nigga came out, and I'm saying, that's why I say Comedy Hype is the devil. Because now, why didn't Pierre just put his shit out? He's a big enough comic. I mean, I remember him. He's not, he's not no Bernie Mac or nothing, or no Red Fox, but, we remember him. But
that nigga,
why would you?
I seen niggas in the lunchroom in high school funnier than that nigga.
Man,
he
real
was just
talk,
a perm
bro.
guy
Nigga, we sitting here. I done laugh harder on the shit we saying up here, bro.
On a side note, I ain't gonna lie, the Manosphere got some funny motherfuckers, boy.
Nigga, that's why I stand up, right? Bro, niggas be really old.
Yeah.
This shit be funny, dog. I swear, bro. Because when you start to see, when these events start to happen, you start to see these little lines drawn. You know how it is. Start right, blue force. And you see what's the front and the rear. And you start to see battle line change, right? When different events happen, artillery might hit on that end, and then So now we look. I look at this shit when the most recent thing that just happened that everybody talking about, bruh. We already know what these niggas have done, there's been cases where brothers and erased all kind of folks behind women, never got a lick of fucking promotion or nothing. We didn't even know about unless you was right there around it. You would never know nothing about it. And that happens all the time. This man here got that promotion because he put it out there and he was wrong what he done. But you see so many brothers just come up and call him a beta so easily. Like, first of all, I don't give a fuck about no alpha, no beta and all that shit. If you know about brain waves, you have alpha waves, beta waves, all these different things in your brain in this circadian rhythm where your waves change during the day. If you want to get real fucking specific about shit, delta waves and all kind of shit in your brain, what they're researching now with Elon Musk doing the damn the link, the Neuralink. Okay, but don't you think now that's commercial? They telling you on the thing that they ain't already done figured all that shit out. Government with unlimited money. You can say Elon got the most money. That's a lie. That nigga ain't got shit. The government has the most money. They print the money. Already done it. They got in your mind the Neuralink, where they can automatically find out where you store your memories and how you communicate through your actual, what they call this shit, the Zumungata, your brain.
Medulla oblongata.
Yeah. They because they got the patient. Similar to Christopher Reeves and your boy Stephen Hawking. Now Hawking was like 1.0, right? Okay, now that was back in the days when we was on VHS tapes, he was talking. Right?
Yeah.
Now they had haptic movements where he could actually move his finger. And Christopher Reeves had some of the similar things from him. Funny that we speaking on Christopher Reeve. He was moving it with his finger, whatever digit you know that you can move. Your physical therapist will figure out that, and then that's how you will communicate, and that will set it up. Well, Neuralink ain't like that. That shit is finding out where your memories at in your brain, and almost able to download the shit, and then know what button to push to make your finger move. And a nerve, and like mapping your nerves and standardizing it.
Yeah.
So that quadriplegics will be able to do, just like people that can't hear can hear and see as well. They're doing that at the same time, because once you learn the brain, okay, and you learn the electrical signal and the biotech that they got, they are already figuring this out with transhumanism. They don't need population growth. And for us, yeah, they love the fact that this man went and X'd out his folks. That's their actual plan. You know, you call me a 10-4 hat red, whatever. This shit ain't no damn joke. Man, we want more brothers. We want more sisters. We want more families. And if you tell me that the system is set up to encourage that, I say come and debate me, because you're a fucking lie. We've all had brothers come and testify where they actually trying to be a part of their lives. And if you really look up and down on them brothers versus probably the women, them brothers will be having more money and more will to do for the children than the women. But what do we have? 90% women keep the children. If they really cared about them children, they want less, because they're figuring out this transhumanism shit. The meta is a new part of it. Once they get that brain where they can put the AI on the brain, where they can put your brain, they can copy your storage and make a false non-soul. Now, we don't want to get into religion, but like removing the soul, your storage and your shit. They got all the video of you, because everybody does it. They got all the facial recognition. They can make it so where you could damn near talk to your ancestor if you had enough data points, and they would respond in the way that the AI was programmed.
You talk about some Assassin's Creed shit.
All right. See what I'm saying? Like, okay, now look at it the other way. All right, now, if people could download that brain, and if they could figure out a way to download whatever terabytes, zettabytes that's in your, if they can find out what part of your brain have electrical signal to be able to download that shit and figure it out. That's the other part of it. That's what Neuralink is all about. But this is commercial. Once again, Charles, you already know this. We know what DOD does, and we know that there are agencies that have done all of this we'll be speaking on 20 years ago. We know.
Yeah. Shit, I heard that I don't know if it was Elon Musk. It was one of them dudes that they working on something to where they're trying to make it to where they can visualize your memories or some shit like that.
It's the same thing, because once again, we don't know how much the brain stores, right? And then you got damage, you know, you might have some head injuries. The average person in adulthood, minus injuries, minus, because you don't have enough data points. So if you, what he basically doing with the Neuralink, like I say, hooking this shit up to the Blue Magala. Now, once you figure out where the storage is at by looking at the person's mind, and you can see the electrical impulse and have basically a CAT scan and a what's the other one? What's the CAT scan and the other one? What is it?
Shit, I forget.
You know what I'm talking about, though. There's a CAT scan and it's another one, not an X-ray, but you have active. And then as the person is thinking about something, you can see that part of their brain.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. But I forgot the name of that joint. But I know exactly what you're talking about.
Right.
It's so like studying the brainwaves and shit.
So over time, okay, you can be able to figure out. Now, the only person who would volunteer for this, right, in the commercial scheme, because to make it legal, would be a person who is a quadriplegic, right?
Yeah.
who will sign his rights over to a person like, let's say, Elon or whatever on a commercial blast with the Neuralink, to where, all right, I'm already fucked up. So if y'all can do anything to make me where I can move my finger one piece, fuck it. You know what I mean?
They said MRI.
MRI, that's it.
MRI. There you go.
MRI. So they can have that on your head and figure that out. You feel me? So where now you have the data. So now you can figure out where the storage is at, because now if you could download the storage, this is theoretical, but I'm sure they're already doing it. Well, I say the theoretical part is everybody's storage ain't the same. Like what they say when they put wrinkles on your brain, I believe the old school is right. Feel me? The more knowledge that you bring in, is you have a exponential to a certain point amount of storage that you probably can have on your shit. But then, if long as they can read it, if they could read it like a computer, if they could find out the data and read it, now you could theoretically copy that and then put it through an AI simulator, and then these transhumanists, now I'm not saying this. I'm saying this is what they're saying on their videos on YouTube, where they're going to take that, where they're going to be able to have the clone body ready to go. This is what they're saying. And biomechanical, where it could be an android or clone body, and be able to transfer that storage to that vessel. But what I'm saying is there's no soul in that, because I don't know if you could copy a soul. I think that's when you start playing God, and that's where they're going.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's getting that close. But I'm about to shut it down. Anybody want to give some last thoughts?
No, I'm good. I'm chilling.
Yeah, that weed must have hit you real hard, didn't it?
Oh, it sure as hell did.
Hey man, look, my last thought is, bro, what you said was right, brother. And once again, I appreciate you, man, bro, because upon reflection of that panel that you had that night, I talked to my daughter, and we was able to get to a point where now we got the best relationship we've had our whole life. And she grown now, and that's saying a lot for teenagers.
Wow.
You see, especially with girls. And I respect that, brother. And my brother, my champion, my savior.
Woo!
Woo! I'm with it, bro. Let me know. I can go ahead and start. Just shoot me an email. Let me know what you want, like on the design. I can go ahead and start working on some of them designs, man. So you
Okay.
do something like that.
Okay, and plus Josh, he's into fashion too. He's trying to start his own line as well. So we definitely got to connect. But just I'm gonna put my number in the back chat, just in case.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I appreciate it, bro. Like I say, this is what I would say this to all the detractors, brother, of the message. Man, if that brother would have came, now the Fed's gonna go through his shit, right? I bet you he wasn't coming around here. If he would have heard some of the message that we was putting out, I don't believe the man would have done that.
There is no fucking way you listen to a channel when it says my brother, my champion, my savior, you're gonna want to do some destructive shit. If anything, that's your rock. That's your support system. Like, yeah, I just can't believe it. Sorry. But thank you everybody for your support, your cash apps. Thank you once again to my co-host Josh for today. Thank you, Shatter, for being one of the supporters. Thank you, Alongo, for giving us the definitions, and thank you everybody who's watching, supported, viewing, and shit, you make it happen, baby. Till next time, woo, and we out. Woo.